national politics. Also, that trail. I don't know if you guys saw the story about the family that were found dead off of a trail in Yosemite. An interesting twist in that story, I think, is kind of interesting. Also, kind of a legal story. There was a shooting at a gas station in Pine Hills where a young girl was shot and killed. The family is suing, and the lawsuit is actually very interesting. It's an interesting concept. Plus, we have a bunch of other stuff to talk about as well. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Several Florida school districts face a deadline to reverse their mask mandates. Some lights are coming back on in NOLA following Ida. And a unique item of Michael Jordan's is hitting the auction block. We'll cover that and more coming up during Woke News.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Sure, you could call your family, but then they'll start calling you all the time. Instead, just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
It's your usual stop-and-go traffic this afternoon westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Colonial Drive, World Drive and State Road 429. Making your way eastbound on I-4, expect slow traffic between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. The entrance ramp to Colonial Drive to I-4 has been closed for construction. See traffic troubles? Call the Safe Touch Security Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we ask, what have we learned from our wars in the Middle East?
To find the answer, we tell the story of Joe Kent, a retired Green Beret.
Listen to this week's episode of Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Man, I think about my mossy oak fence every time I pull in my driveway. I see it staring right at me, beautiful, strong, sturdy, ready to protect my family, give me that privacy I love. But I think about high quality because the skilled craftsmen over at Mossy Oak Fence only use the very best materials. That's high quality, backed up by the best warranty in the business. Also, this company is very sensible. They understand that everybody's situation is different. They offer affordable payment plans for everybody. But when it comes to safety and security, that is where they step straight up and take care of business. Your family's safety and security is Mossy Oak's number one priority. They prove it every day. So if you're thinking about a new fence, you got to think Mossy Oak Fences. That's mossyoakfences.com. As always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Win your way to our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th.
T-Mall Arena here in Las Vegas.
Coming live to iHeartRadio stations across America and streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com. You'll see Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Phineas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Little Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Listen every weekday to win your way there.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
See dealer for details. It's the No Pay Labor Day event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Now through Monday. Shop our entire new and used vehicle inventory and pay no money down. No payments for 90 days and no interest financing. Plus, record high trade-in value for your vehicle. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com.
Welcome to Wawa. Would you like to try our new paninis?
This spicy Italian garlic panini looks so crunchy, melty. But Phil, your dad was a hoagie man. His dad was a hoagie man. You are a hoagie man. You know what? Today, I'm a panini guy.
Switch up your routine with Wawa's delicious and crunchy breakfast and lunch paninis. Choose your favorite, like Southwest turkey or a Chipotle bacon egg panini. Available at Wawa. For a limited time only, Wawa's freshly brewed pumpkin spice coffee is back with the seasonal warm flavors of cinnamon and nutmeg. Plus, you can now treat yourself with a pumpkin spice handcrafted beverage like cookies and cream smoothies, sweet cream cold brews, iced lattes, hot lattes, and more. Wawa is your beverage destination for pumpkin spice beverages this fall. Grab yours in store or order ahead on the Wawa app. Sip your perfect pumpkin spice beverages now at Wawa.
When I met you in the summer.
It's time to live, laugh, and create memories again with MSC Cruises. Join us on some of the world's most modern and innovative ships. Discover again at our new private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, named Best New Cruise Destination. Cruise from Miami or Port Canaveral with free drinks and Wi-Fi, plus up to $200 onboard credit. Rest easy with flexible booking changes. Call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply. MSC Cruises, a world of discovery.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery. Ends Labor Day.
It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can earn double, triple, even up to 5 times O Rewards points on select purchases. Get bonus points on more than 200 items throughout the store, like wiper blades, fuel system cleaners, motor oil, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery. Ends Labor Day.
Labor Day weekend, visit Cocoa Beach on the Space Coast and support the National Kidney Foundation's 36th Annual Surf Fest, featuring hundreds of competitive surfers in pro and amateur divisions, live entertainment, and fun for the entire family. For more information, visit nkfsurf.com.
The free iHeart app is ready for back to school. Bring your favorite station as your study partner. Share the songs you love with your closest friends and impress your teachers with your expert knowledge from podcasts like Stuff You Should Know. Plus, when you need a playlist to focus, just create your own for free. We make it super easy. Start with one song and we'll fill in the rest. Whether you love school or don't, we got you covered. Bring the free iHeart app everywhere. Number one for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
iHeartRadio.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch.
Yeah. We like it when you watch.
At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this beautiful, kind of beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It's cool outside, so that makes it a little bit more beautiful here in the dead of summer, for sure. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Got a big show coming up for you today. Like I said, Ferry from the Central Florida Zoo will join us for Animal House. Scott Maxwell a little bit later in the program. Let's get a check of the news. Here's Deb.
And now, it's time for Woke News.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. He's also host of the Home Loans Radio Show. Time's a-ticking. Several Florida school districts are facing a deadline to reverse their policies requiring students to wear masks. State Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran has written to school officials in Duval, Hillsborough, Orange, Palm Beach, and Sarasota County, saying that the districts must comply with the state's ban on school mask mandates or risk losing state funding. The districts have until 5 o'clock today to respond. A judge last week said that school districts are within their rights to impose mask mandates, but the order is not official yet and the state plans to appeal. But until the judge actually writes her opinion, writes it down, we're going to be filed, the governor can't appeal, and so it kind of still is up in limbo. So while it's up in limbo, you have other school districts taking on the matter. Volusia County schools, public schools, are implementing a mask mandate. The new policy was passed by the school board yesterday after very contentious debate. K through 12 students will now be required to wear masks from September 7th through the 15th. So that's probably one of the least lengthy of any of the local ones. It's like a couple of weeks. Students can opt out of the rule with a note from a doctor. Brevard County also voted in favor of a mask policy earlier this week. A special meeting is being held tomorrow for the Seminole County School Board. There are currently over 400 active COVID-19 cases among students and staff just within Seminole County and just within the last 10 days.
Wow.
So I would expect that they, too, even if it's short and sweet, kind of like Brevard County.
Yeah, they have their dashboard up, and they update it every Tuesday and Friday at the Seminole County School Board website, and it lists it by every school on the number of quarantines and the number of active cases in each school.
Well, you have a school district, I believe it's in Taylor County. This is up in the Panhandle. That's closing Thursday and Friday because of an outbreak of COVID cases within the school district. And then in Texas, you have a school closing for a few days until after Labor Day, I believe, after 2 teachers died this week of COVID-19.
The good thing is, I mean, we are seeing some reductions in hospitalizations and some other stuff, too. So
yeah, and if you've been waiting to have a surgical procedure done, you might be getting a little bit closer to being able to reschedule that because Advent Health in Central Florida is moving to red status today. This after officials say current COVID-19 admissions continue to slow, like you just said, Jimmy. Under the red status, additional surgical procedures will be able to move forward. A report says the health system will continue to monitor hospitalizations and make any necessary adjustments. Anyone who had been impacted can contact their doctor to reschedule a procedure. A lot of times the doctor's office may call you and say, hey, that procedure that we had to postpone, let's go ahead and get it on the books.
Right, yeah.
And real quick, on for the Volusia mandate, it runs through October 15th.
Ah, thank you. October 15th.
Thank you, Real Mobile 77031.
Thank you for that. All right, events that drive local tourism in Orange County continue to be canceled. The surge in COVID cases, of course, the Delta variant this year has cost the industry millions of dollars. Officials at the Orange County Convention Center say over $700 million has been lost just since the beginning of the year. 27 events have already been canceled at the venue. A report from the American Hotel and Lodging Association says 52% of business travelers are canceling previous scheduled trips.
Wow, here we go again, back on the old carousel, huh?
Yeah, and then, there's the new warnings about the new variants that are coming out.
Kids just flew across the country to Seattle and Denver, respectively, and they had no problem flying. Matter of fact, they had an entire row to themselves there and back. And that's kind of unheard of coming to Orlando to have a row of seats to yourself. I mean, flying out of the city is one thing. Flying into it, you can almost guarantee it's going to be packed and a lot of kids.
And not only that, but this was something that I had learned through the pandemic myself, was that really it's the business traveler, because they're constantly traveling, that a lot of times is what is able to give us those really cheap airfares, $99 one way, $150 coming back. When they lose that business travel, that means everybody's airline ticket has to get more expensive because we have to make up the difference for those business travelers who aren't going to conventions.
It's funny, now that you mentioned it, Jimmy, it was something I wasn't even thinking about as far as the travel into Orlando, but my flight from Orlando to LaGuardia, full plane on the way up and full plane minus one seat on the way back. And that one seat just happened to be next to me that was empty, so that was kind of sweet. And I took the emergency exit row, the one where there's
a little extra leg room.
There's no chair in front of you, so I could fully stretch out.
Sweet.
Living life.
Sweet.
Thank you, Southwest.
But you do lose the tray. You do lose the tray in that scenario.
But there's one in the armrest that I didn't even break out.
I love how in fact Ross just could not wait to jump out. You lose the tray. Come on now, you lose the tray.
The tray is underrated on a plane.
Stretching's not everything. You lose the tray.
Until you see a baby being changed on the tray, and then you're like, I'm good without using it. Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
You've done that?
Well,
yeah.
Oh, God.
Jesus, Jack.
Don't judge me. We were stuck on the tarmac and not allowed to get out of our seats.
Too late.
I'd say throw the kid away, man. At that point, get a new one.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are defending comments made by the team's head coach about coronavirus vaccines. Oops, my bad. Urban Meyer said he and the general manager considered a player's vaccination status when finalizing the roster. The team said in a statement they have vaccinated and unvaccinated players on their roster of 53 players. Now, they added no player was released because of their vaccination status, and ultimately decisions are based on a player's ability to help the team win. Still, that's not enough to quell the fire. The NFL Players Association said they would be opening an investigation into Meyer's comments.
This guy cannot get out of his own way, man. Urban Meyer. God almighty, he's just one of those guys. It follows, man. He's just always at the bottom of the S mountain.
Well, it rolls downhill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just waiting there to get his feet all mucked in it, man. He's the worst.
All right. Well, and another story. A pretrial hearing is over for a teenage murder suspect in St. Johns County. 14-year-old Aiden Fucci appeared to be confused and muttered to himself during a video feed this morning from the Duval County Jail. In other words, the reality of his situation is probably just starting to sink in for baby boy. Fucci is charged as an adult in the stabbing death of his 13-year-old classmate, Tristan Bailey, with her body being found on Mother's Day. I mean, just this kid is just...
He's the worst.
It really is.
He's the worst.
Another hearing in the case is set for October 28th. In our pre-show meeting, it was funny. Jack actually brought up the best part about this jailhouse feed is that it reminded us of a What'd You Do That's New that Jimmy had assigned where it was the Parkland school shooter and how many killers try to play crazy, thinking that muttering to yourself and appearing confused is going to get you out of a first-degree murder conviction.
It's actually kind of crazy watching them emulate what they believe crazy is when they are actually the definition of it.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful irony of that whole thing.
Yeah, it was a JCS Criminology YouTube channel where you can actually watch at what pretending to be crazy looks like, and they focus on Nicholas Cruz. And if you need the direct link, you go to JimColbertLive.com and just find What'd You Do That's New Master List. And towards the bottom under my name, you'll see a direct link, and you can watch it there. But
by the way,
screw that kid.
Very Primal Fear-ish. Ed Norton's first thing where he played the split personality guy. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Yeah, and what's, no pun intended, but what's crazy is those people that are truly insane. Think of the Andrea Yates from Texas, the mother who had drowned her children. Right. She was found to be criminally insane because she never fled the scene. She called 911.
Right,
she calmly described what she did. She never tried to usurp responsibility for what she did. It was the reasons behind what she did where she was found to be truly criminally insane. It's far more difficult than people believe. Well, the father of Panhandle Congressman Matt Gaetz appears to be the victim of an extortion attempt. Federal prosecutors announced yesterday that Okaloosa County's Stephen Alford has been indicted for trying to defraud Don Gaetz. The 62-year-old Alford allegedly told Don a few months ago that, hey, for just $25 million, I can get your son a presidential pardon.
Damn.
Matt Gaetz' spokesperson says evidence that has yet to be released will show Alford was acting with two people with long-standing links to the federal government.
Wowzers. It could be interesting.
And finally, here in Florida, anyone who lives near Walt Disney World is going to be hearing loud fireworks tonight. Yeah, company officials say they're testing out some new fireworks for their upcoming 50th anniversary celebration. The loud bursts are expected to happen between 10 and 1 a.m. Perfect timing for a Wednesday night when you've got kids getting ready for school.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, you were probably just able to get them down to go to sleep and maybe pump out that last-minute report before you get some shut-eye, but no problem.
It's going to be fine.
The test run is mainly for the Disney Enchantment Nighttime Spectacular, which debuts on October 1st. If nothing else, you get to see the show before the rest of the world, right?
You know, it's enchanting your veteran grandfather running for cover.
That's not enchanting. All right, an electric company in Louisiana says power is back on in the eastern part of New Orleans. However, getting the grid completely restored is going to take some time as damage to transmission lines is significant. Entergy New Orleans provides electricity to more than 200,000 customers, and according to poweroutage.us, fewer than 1 million people are still without power in that state following the destruction of Hurricane Ida, of course, taking the number of people without power in Mississippi, Alabama. The aftermath of the storm is also forcing the New Orleans Saints to move its home opener. The team will now play the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, my God. In Green Bay?
No, in
Where?
Jacksonville.
Oh, really?
Get the
Finally,
party bus started.
Well, they have an opportunity to see a good football team play,
Yeah.
at least. I mean,
All right.
it's too easy. My bad. I take that back.
Meanwhile, millions in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast are being warned that Ida is bringing potentially deadly and damaging flash flooding. Now, think of the Northeast, where some spots could be hit with up to 8 inches of rain. And a lot of the terrain is largely soaked already thanks to Hurricane Henri's recent downpour. Some rivers are already
Fred.
near their flood level. The National Weather Service is forecasting the remnants of Ida to arrive this afternoon into tomorrow, with the heaviest rainfall occurring overnight. Flash flood watches are in effect as well. And what we're dealing with here in Central Florida today and tomorrow when it comes to all of this rain is remnants as well.
Yeah, I mean, I
from
thought
Ida.
And I thought Fred went up through there as well, right? I mean, earlier in the season, didn't Fred go right up through the Panhandle and go up and through Tennessee and that entire area there, or not?
I believe so, but I
Was
know.
it wasn't a bad storm. It was like a tropical depression, but I know it caused a lot of rain. Did you guys see the drone footage of Grand Isle, Louisiana?
Yeah.
I heard it's done.
It is.
Yeah, buddy.
100% of
Yeah.
the structures were damaged. It's considered uninhabitable.
Uninhabitable. I mean, it is. I can't. You can't even see the roads. There are feet of sand that were deposited from the ocean, and I think the levee there onto the roads where there are front end loaders scraping them out. You can't even tell where the roads are. You can't tell where the infrastructure is. Just every once in a while you see a set of stilts sticking out of the sand.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's literally kind of like what happened to Mexico Beach and Florida's Panhandle during Hurricane Michael a few years ago. Well, out west, man, they could use the water. Northern California's Calder Fire is turning into a monster. The fast-growing blaze has burned more than 310 square miles and destroyed hundreds of homes. It's now threatening 34,000 more structures and has turned a popular resort city into a ghost town.
Like Reno is supposed to be empty now. Like people are tripping balls that it's going to get into Reno and just start doing just going in there doing damage.
Well, when I mention this city, I mean, this is one of those cities that it's a resort town for as long as you can remember. And seeing the video of cops banging on people's doors overnight saying, this is an evacuation order. We need, and it's everyone has left the city of South Lake Tahoe.
Tahoe, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, Tahoe.
Yeah, under this mandatory evacuation order that moved out 53,000 people during what's usually a very busy time for tourists, right?
Wow.
Trying to open up outside, trying to recover from the pandemic, and then here comes this monster blaze. All right, there is a lot of national stories as well that we didn't get a chance to cover, including one that a 32-count indictment has been brought against officers and paramedics in the Elijah McClain death from 2019. If you remember, the 23-year-old African-American man who they had administered ketamine to. That indictment is being announced today. The president is going to be traveling to Louisiana to survey the Ida damage on Friday, and authorities in North Carolina say one student was injured after a shooting at a high school. They are still currently looking for the perpetrator. And then finally, a unique item of Michael Jordan's clothing is hitting the auction block. Have you guys seen this at all?
Have not. I do not know anything about this.
Really?
No, I don't have any idea about this.
Well, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I'd be really creeped out if this were me, but
It has to be. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I mean, it has to be like underwear or something,
That's
right?
exactly what it is, Jimmy.
God, that's so disgusting.
I'm down.
Leland's is.
I'm just saying. He's the great.
How do you even get them? I mean, after games, they just throw them away or something? Or?
Well, Leland's is auctioning off a pair of the basketball legend's underwear with a starting bid of, gentlemen, take your guess. Jimmy?
Game worn?
Definite signs of use.
Okay. Oh, come on. Come on.
What do you think?
Come
What do you
on.
think the original list? I will read the rest of it. But
I'm going to need some DNA authentication.
hit it with luminol. What do you think the starting bid is?
$8,000.
Oh, wow.
He's the GOAT. What do you mean, ooh, wow? I mean, how many pair of Michael Jordan's underwear are on the market right now? I mean, it's got to be one.
Here's the deal. She was shocked at your answer, and I don't know what way to go.
I know. He's staring at me to try and figure it out. He's like, which way do I go up?
She did not.
I mean, you have to admit, though, that number, her going, wow, is a very intriguing.
I think it's going to lead me to go low and say 4,000.
Okay, I'm going to go with $23,000.
Okay, points Jack. Starting bid of $500.
$500?
Oh, you could get that wedding cake, Chief.
And you could get Michael Jackson, or you get Michael Jordan's DNA and clone him in like 5 years.
Now,
why wouldn't you do that? Put him in a 3D printer, make a Lego out of it.
I like your guess of 23,000.
Yeah, I thought they were doing like a little marketing move there.
Now, the listing notes the pair shows, quote, definite, end quote, signs of use.
Get out of
However,
here. That's so gross.
However,
maybe it's just a hole worn in it, Jimmy.
Trust me, Michael Jordan ain't wearing no holy pants, dude. Michael Jordan ain't wearing no holy drawers. More than likely, he doesn't even wash them. He just wears them and throws them out.
They are Hanes, right?
Of course.
They have to be,
Of course. There's just the slight shading of old roosters. However, there is a dry cleaning tag on the inside of the band showing they have been cleaned, so good luck trying to get any DNA off that.
Okay.
The auction ends on September 25th.
Wow, so he left them at the cleaners. Michael Jordan has his underwear dry cleaned. Is that baller?
I don't know. That's a little weird.
What's more baller, having them dry cleaned or just buying new ones?
Buying new ones is baller.
I think they dry cleaned them because they're probably thinking what everybody else is thinking, that someone's going to bid on it simply as a way of trying to get a hold of some of the GOAT's DNA.
I can't even believe that he put his name on the actual tag. Like, yeah, it's MJ. You know, like you just drew the flying man thing or the jump man thing, and that's like, okay, that's just me. You know, it's MJ. Like, I figured he'd just have somebody turn it in for him so nobody does stupid stuff like steal his clothes and auction his drawers off.
Ugh, it's just
so
nasty.
disgusting.
I mean, it's a conversation starter.
It certainly
is.
What's up with the underwear framed, man?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Mortgage applications, doesn't matter what you're hearing about the mortgage business in the news. The fact of the matter is you want to go to the best, someone who knows it, who's working it, and that someone is Don. Probably the easiest part of buying a house for Chris and I was working with that mortgage guy, Don. He's accessible. He communicates. He will explain everything, whether it's your first home or your 15th home. It's no easier than homeloansradio.com.
I'll do it now. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that.
Sure.
407-916-1041. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends, this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This Real Radio 104.1 weather report sponsored by Rude Air Conditioning, powered by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Wednesday. It's Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Kristen Giannis here with your forecast. So the rain chance is going up today. We're going to hold it at 70%. Do expect periods of heavy rainfall as we track a lot of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. Winds out of the west-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Thanks to the increase in the clouds and raindrops, temperatures this afternoon will top off right around 85, 86 degrees. Tonight will drop down to the mid-70s, mostly cloudy skies. Hope you're having a great day in the Fox 35 Storm Center. I'm meteorologist Kristen Giannis.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Get a king bed for a queen price at Mattress Firm. Save up to $500 during the best Labor Day sale ever on top-rated brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 or more.
If you wear contact lenses, you're going to want to listen up for sure, because if you're tired of having red, itchy eyes, these guys have you covered at the Filatowski Eye Institute. If you feel like there's sand in your eyes when you're wearing contact lenses, you could be suffering from a condition known as CLI, contact lens intolerance. And contact lens intolerance affects millions of contact lens wearers. If you have any of the symptoms I just mentioned, you could be one of them. The good thing is, like I said, the Filatowski Eye Institute are leaders in vision correction surgery and can help you with this issue. Simply schedule your consultation today by texting 1041 to 868686. Again, schedule that consultation today and learn more. Just simply text 1041 to 868686 for the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Buying a car can be a bumpy ride. You need to get financing from a lender, insurance from an agency, and complete the purchase at a dealership. But Navy Federal Credit Union's fully loaded car buying experience makes car buying smooth. That's because there's everything you need to buy, finance, protect, and enjoy your dream car. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/car buying. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
I like it when my lawyer answers my call. That's why our phones are answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com. Mo DeWitt. That's me, Orlando attorney.
The summer of can is here, and since we finally can, let's make it a premium summer. Fancy sausage at the barbecue, a full theater for camping, a fully gold bathing suit at the pool. Because Heineken is made with premium malt and their famous A yeast. So go premium with the crisp, ice-cold can of Heineken. Pick up a pack or get it delivered and put the can back into summer. That can be your six-pack. Must be 21 or over to purchase. Please drink responsibly.
Why is it the best wireless deals require a trade-in? Right now at T-Mobile, we're getting rid of the trade-in headache. Switch and get the epic iPhone 12 with 5G on us. Get it on Magenta Max with unlimited premium data. No trade-in required.
Check out this great 4K video I took of us. I even posted it with 5G way out here.
That's right, a new iPhone 12 on us. No worrying about having a phone that qualifies. You can keep your current phone or pass it down. Seriously, no trade-in required.
Look at this cool photo of my victory dance.
Wow, I didn't know you were that flexible.
It's that easy. Unlimited premium data, iPhone 12 on us, and no trade-in required. You won't get that from anyone else. T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Activate up to 4K or video streams at 480p. Phone via 24 credits plus tax for well-qualified buyers. Contact us before canceling to continue bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement due. Up to 2 per account. T-Mobile is the largest 5G network and named fastest by OpenSignal Awards and USA 5G User Experience Report July 2021. Details at T-Mobile.com.
You like it iced. You like it hot. You like it sweet. That's why we have so much coffee. 7-Eleven. Take it to 11. See 7-Eleven app for participating U.S. stores.
No matter the challenges, we were there with a stronger, more reliable energy grid.
When our community struggled, we were there with flexible payment arrangements and other support.
And as the sun comes out, bringing the promise of a brighter tomorrow, we will still be here.
With energy that's reliable, affordable, and cleaner than ever, we're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you.
Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
O'Reilly! It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can earn double, triple, even up to 5 times O Rewards points on select purchases. Get bonus points on more than 200 items throughout the store, like wiper blades, fuel system cleaners, motor oil, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You do not want your AC to break down when it gets hot in the summertime in Central Florida, so make sure you get hold of Mills Air. They can help you with preventative maintenance on all brands. Preventative maintenance can save you so much money. They can detect upcoming breakdowns and you're not stuck. MillsAir.com. That's MillsAir.com.
Unbelievable.
No sugar and 60 calories.
Naturally. New Chobani with 0 sugar. Impossibly delicious. Made possible by Chobani, not a low-calorie food.
O'Reilly.
It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts, where you can earn double, triple, even up to 5 times O Rewards points on select purchases. Get bonus points on more than 200 items throughout the store, like wiper blades, fuel system cleaners, motor oil, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This hour of talk on News Radio WFLA Orlando is brought to you by the City of Mount Dora.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio, just for dragging people. 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in on this Wednesday afternoon here in lovely Central Florida. If you are living elsewhere and having a good day, well, I appreciate that very much. Everybody's having a nice time on this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Animal House at the top of the hour. Dino Ferry joins us from the Central Florida Zoo. And the cool thing is, never know what Dino's going to talk about. Zoo always has some cool stuff going on, especially as it starts to move toward fall. These guys do a very, very good job at presenting some really unique opportunities to get out and around these animals, and of course, to support a wonderful foundation here in Central Florida, which is the Central Florida Zoo. That's coming up in just a few seconds. I did want to bring this up to you guys. I didn't want to blow it now, though, but I just think it's so funny.
Blow it!
Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know.
You sure in the few minutes we have here? That's what you want. That's what you want to do.
I tell you, let's not, because I know we have a bunch of stuff on the blog we need to talk about. Who took a deep breath of exhaustion there for a second? Who did that?
No, that was I was shocked.
Shocked at what?
That you have self-control.
That you hit us with the tease. I want to know.
Well, good. I mean, I'll let you. We can tease that a little bit more. But what I did want to talk about is the blog that we have. We have a lot of content up right now.
Yeah.
Jack, I know that you put a bunch of stuff up today, and of course we have all the videos and the blooper reel from yesterday. What'd you put up today?
Today we have a few things, Jim. We have the two guys finding, as stoners, there's you kind of get into this DIY mode of the build a better bong.
Sure.
Two guys found a really unique way to do that and kind of cough their heads off. Also, there's we had the story earlier this week about the woman who got busted in Hawaii, 24-year-old woman for faking her COVID vaccine card.
How did they find out it was fake?
That's posted at JimColbertLive.com.
Oh, you guys are pros.
And finally, would you stay in a tiger hotel? It's a hotel with tigers, and you can. It's in the UK. It's not cheap, but all the details are at JimColbertLive.com.
Now, with the cost, do they guarantee a mauling?
I was going to say.
Because if you're going to pay to be wandering the halls with tigers, you want to see a mauling. I want to see one hunt somebody down, at least give him a good little nip.
Come on. You're not asking for much.
No. I wonder how much it is. What is it a night, Jack?
$1,900.
$1,900? Do they guarantee interaction?
Well, if you see the video, you see that the tiger, they're like in the common space where the people are. It's like going through the
hotel. Like in the lobby. Like you roll in the lobby and there's an effing tiger just there.
Let's check
It's more of a lodge-like situation.
This is not going to end well.
It doesn't sound like it doesn't even sound like a remotely good idea.
Have we learned nothing from Tiger King?
We did not.
If anyone was not here yesterday, Jim, also on our blog at JimColbertLive.com, where we did these biography videos. Jim, there's one of you kind of, telling everybody who you are and with your relationship with Real Radio and iHeart. And then Ross, without your knowledge, took all the outtakes and posted those as well. Got a very, very favorable response because people love outtakes. And you can see all that at JimColbertLive.com.
How long did it take you to put the outtakes together, Ross?
I would say probably like 2 hours.
2 hours for that?
I mean, what do you mean for that? I don't know.
2 hours.
I was
good.
I was multitasking. I was also cleaning stuff up.
Speaking of this real quick, did you guys see I put up an Instagram video today? I was so proud of myself. I edited a video. It was the whole thing is like a dad waiting for car parts. And the idea was, open the door 801, not there. Open the door 804, not there. Open the door 811, not there. Then do that for the next 6 hours, waiting for your alternator to get here after 5 days of travel, to have it be the wrong one. But we put that up on the Instagram app as well for the show. You can see that there. And I'm learning how to do that. I asked Ross today, I said, man, I would have done so much more if I could put, characters on this. And he goes, you can. And I must have stared at that app for 10, 15, 20 minutes today trying to figure out how to put characters on it. I think I hit every button that was available or every selection and still could not figure it out.
I had to make a TikTok video the other day, and I literally went back to my wife to ask her for help 17 times during the making of this 1 minute video.
I brought up the tutorial to do it. It was some girl in California, and it was so bad I wrote her a letter telling her just to nothing. It was terrible. But what I do know is I need to be, who can put me on our TikTok account so that I can put videos up? Who can do that?
I don't know.
Because who started the account?
Yeah, well, let's not worry about that. Let's see if you're TikTok worthy, though. I think
what do you mean TikTok worthy?
Well, TikTok is very tricky on the content you put up. You can't just put up anything because it's going to hurt the algorithm, Jimmy.
I've watched TikTok. You can put up just anything. Ross, you're going to chime in. You're the guy that does this. You're not saying a word.
Ross is the one with the password.
I changed your password.
That's what I know, dude. Honestly, you want to know something super funny? Do you know that I was on the phone with Google? This is how I will always be transparent with my stupidity, and I will never ever be embarrassed by it.
And we will never mind.
And I spent an hour and 20 minutes on the phone trying to contact Google because I got an update. I got an email saying somebody's trying to break into your account. The password has been changed. And I lost my S because this is the same time and happening all across the nation. Ransomware is going everywhere. And with my limited, and I mean, it could not be more rudimentary idea of how this stuff works. I immediately launched into defense mode of everybody's coming to steal all my stuff. Find out Ross is just changing the password over and over because he can't remember it. And it's sending it to my email address because that's the one it's built on.
Hey, Ross, you need to give me that password, by the way, so I can log in.
I'm panicking, thinking everybody's trying to steal everything I've ever done, and it's just Ross changing it because he can't remember it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, thanks. No problem. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Yes?
It's just your password is I don't do the internet well. 2-3 exclamation point though.
Animal House up next.
Willing to admit our preoccupation with short-term solutions in exchange for something shiny. Is that a new iPad? Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Slow traffic building westbound along I-4 in between Princeton Street heading through downtown Orlando. Eastbound I-4 also slow from Conroy into OBT. And you're on the brakes westbound I-4 from World Drive into about 429. Delays with an accident along Hiawassee, a little south of Coral Cove Drive. And a serious accident has traffic backed up along Tampa Avenue at Long Street, just a little north of the 408. If you see a traffic problem, call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Joe Biden is leaving Americans behind in Afghanistan. So how do we get them out? Well, all week long, we're going to answer that question on the Ben Ferguson Podcast. So download the Ben Ferguson Podcast right now and listen as we tell you what you need to do to help so many Americans left behind.
Man, there is one thing in your home that can change the entire feel of your house, and that is a terrible bathroom. Everybody knows it. The holidays are going to be on your front door before you know it. Is your home ready to host parties for your work, maybe family, host Thanksgiving, Christmas? Well, if you're not and you're tired of leaving to go to other family members' homes to enjoy those times, let Rebath come in and give you a quote on a bathroom because these guys are amazing. And by the way, this is not one of those nightmare stories where you hear people in there for months. They do this in days, 4, 5, 6 days max. They do it with their products, which are amazing, natural stone and travertine, just beautiful colors, and they do it with their employees. So that means they come in, take care of your bathroom, get it brand new, in and out, and they do it with a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And you can see this. Their showroom's super easy to find, 436 in Altamont. You can also log on at rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, then book your appointment. Guys, your bathroom is literally that phone call away. Rebath is ready to do it for you. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Live music is back at our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Listen every weekday to win your way to this ultimate once-in-a-lifetime experience and win $1,000.
Your chance to text in and win happens at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. each weekday on Real Radio 104.1. This contest sponsored locally on Real Radio 104.1 by Mills Air.
In business since 1992, Mills Air here in Central Florida for over 28 years. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer, performs service on all brands. Preventative maintenance saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit our website, millsair.com.
You may not be planning to get stopped at a rail crossing today, but trains can come at any time. When you approach a rail crossing, stop before the pavement markings that look like white connecting X's. Never stop on the tracks or drive around lowered gates. Remember, slow down. Keep clear of the tracks by staying outside of the dynamic envelope and stay alert. Plans can wait. Trains can't. The department's efforts are ongoing, so follow FDOT on social for more updates.
Huge Labor Day sale going on right now at Nation's Trucks. Every truck in inventory has been reduced in price, and with approved credit, you won't make any payments till next year. Ford, Chevy, Dodge Ram, GMC, start driving the truck that you deserve. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
Financial strength means having the choices to do what's best for you. An Amscot Cash Advance could put up to $500 in your hand on the spot with no credit check when you really need it and for less than you might think. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Time to soak up the last of these summer savings. Right now, T-bone steaks are just $7.99 a pound. Bro, that's certified Angus beef bread. Oh, and I can get 5 ears of corn for just $1. Well, shucks. That's a win. Best quality and winning rewards. Just gotta scan my Winn-Dixie app at checkout. Now that's a win for my wallet. Winn-Dixie. It's a win-win. Price is valid through September 7th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning.
Yes, I need to replace my old air conditioner.
For AC replacement, please hold the line.
Here we go.
And we're back. So, what do you want now?
Same as before, new air conditioner.
I just need to put you on hold again. Somebody's calling.
I'm calling.
But this might be someone important.
But I need...
We get a lot of calls this time of year. Dreadfully hot, you understand?
Yes, I understand perfectly.
So if you'll just wait a little longer...
You know, this would never happen with Frank Gay.
You didn't call Frank Gay.
Well...
Did you?
Probably should have.
Probably should have. Well, tough luck. So, would you like to go back on hold?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need AC replacement, you should be the priority. Experienced technicians ready to roll on your schedule and your installation done right. That's the Frank Gay way.
Next time you can call Frank Gay.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
It costs nothing to be kind. In fact, it actually pays. By donating plasma at BioLife Plasma Services, your kindness enables someone else to live more fully. And just imagine the difference you could make if you could take the $1,200 you could earn in the first month and donate it to your favorite charity. Or buy a school teacher supplies. Or buy everyone in your neighborhood noise-canceling headphones because your granddaughter is learning a recorder. She has to get better soon, right? BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit biolifeplasma.com to learn more.
See dealer for details. It's the no-pay Labor Day event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Now through Monday. Shop our entire new and used vehicle inventory and pay no money down. No payments for 90 days and no interest financing. Plus, record high trade-in value for your vehicle. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Wednesday afternoon. I am Jim. Deb is here with me. Dancing Deb.
Here we go.
Ross and Jack as well. For people who are just becoming familiar with the program, we play at least one disco song a day because I love disco music.
You're not alone, my friend.
So we like to get down to some KC occasionally. My apologies, not apologies. Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
Animal House is generously brought to you by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. We'll tell you how to get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House, but now please join me in welcoming Dino Ferry, CEO of the Central Florida Zoo.
There he is.
That guy is awesome.
Check him out live right now on the YouTube feed, the Facebook feed. He's live with us today. Dino, before we go any farther, let me ask the guys on the show, yes or no, is Dino Ferry a disco fan?
Yes.
You think Dino Ferry is a disco fan, Ross?
I'm going to go with no, just to be the salmon against the stream.
I got to tell you, buddy, I'm going to join you in fins, and we're going to swim up that stream together. I also do not believe that Dino Ferry is a fan of disco music. Dino?
Well, he did not bust a rug, so.
I am not so much. I will listen to some Bee Gees, a couple things, but no, it's not one of my go-to stations on my radio.
All right, what's your go-to music? Like speed metal?
I like the Clash. I like old punk.
Cool.
Yeah,
there you go.
Cool.
There you go,
All
Dino.
right.
Little Ramones, little Beastie Boys.
A lot of both.
Cool.
I thought you were.
Florida Zoo's getting cooler by the minute.
Yeah. I was hoping you were going to say like German techno.
I don't even know what that is.
All right, there you go.
iPhone 65, man. What's up?
Dino Ferry joins us. He's the CEO of the Central Florida Zoo. Dino, obviously, we love having you on, talking about the zoo and things. What's happening out there coming up? The fall is nearing, and I know that that's a big time of year for you guys.
Yeah, we got a lot going on, man. We still have it's still the time of the year where we have our adult sunsets and our family sunsets. Third Thursday of the month is the adults. Fourth Friday of the month is for families. But this time, because last year we missed our brews around the zoo because of obvious reasons, we are having it this year, September 18th and 19th. This is our first time we're doing a double 2 days. So Saturday will be, 5 to 9, the usual. And then Sunday, we're going to do 11 to 4. So after your brunch, wherever it is you're going, come on out for some beer and fun and animals.
That's awesome.
That sounds like a great mix.
I mean,
Beer and animals.
That does sound like a great mix, actually. Any new additions over to the zoo? Anything happening with the animals? Any interesting news there?
We got some new lemurs in, small primate from Madagascar. They just came in a month ago. They're out on exhibit. That's it as far as animal right now. But one of the big things we finally nailed down and we signed, our Asian Lantern Festival will be here again this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
That is such good news.
Tickets will go on sale October 8th. And it runs November 19th through January 16th.
It is hard to say this, and I don't mean any offense to the zoo whatsoever, but that is genuinely one of the most oddly romantic things. Because you don't usually link romance and zoos together, but I will tell you, when that Lantern Fest hits, it is oddly romantic to walk through the zoo with those lanterns glowing in those beautiful colors, with a little crisp in the air. It's just something that really is nice for the fall.
It is, and yeah, I appreciate that, Jim. But as far as romantic, that's because you've never been here when we put animals together.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Is that a crowd pleaser?
Hi, Ross. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I want to. Does that happen a lot to animals?
Yeah. We follow breeding recommendations for all of our animals, and if it's an animal that's supposed to be put together for breeding, we oblige.
Well, I did want to ask, Dino, with those lanterns and that, ambiance in the night sky, do you notice any changes in the animals' behavior? A little more wooing across the way, cage to cage, a little more calling?
No, actually we don't. I think after the first few days, they're like, man, you people, we're going to bed.
Just get away from us.
Exactly.
It's like a wife after 20 years. Just get away from me. I'm going to bed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's interesting. When it comes to breeding, I mean, do you guys seek out breeding programs, or does it just happen? I mean,
No.
and by the way, and when those births happen, we know that in some zoo situations, when there's a birth of a particular animal, it's gigantic news. Do you guys have an opportunity for anything like that, to like a first there?
Yeah, we do have opportunities. We have Fusa, which are not elephants. They're not big. But if you are a Madagascar movie fan, it is when I wanted to eat King Julian and his group. So they are pretty, not a lot of them in zoos. We do have a breeding recommendation. To answer your first question, yeah, we follow breeding recs. Zoos have limited space. So we don't just breed haphazard. We follow recommendations for the best genetic pairing to give the population the longest genetic lifespan in zoos as possible.
Wow.
So, Dino, that leads to the question then, because you have to strictly monitor breeding, does that mean that the sexes are kept separate during, rutting season or breeding season if you don't want those animals to breed?
Some species you can do that with, but a lot of them, believe it or not, they actually use, birth control, just like humans.
Whoa.
The guys are going to need you to explain that.
Did anybody know that zoos use birth control for the animals to keep the That is crazy.
It's a big box of Trojans.
It is, yeah. Well, they're not that talented. I know people that aren't that talented.
You want people at the zoo. You want people to visit, start advertising that. Come watch us apply this to the elephant or the rhino.
You see a gorilla practicing on a banana? You're like, well, that's weird.
Usually they eat those things. What's going on here?
I'm so sorry, Dino.
Downhill quick.
No, it's fine. I did want to ask though, when it comes to the animals breeding, Deborah, obviously, it changes their personality. You guys have to be very careful. There are certain times of the year you have to be more alert for these animals too, right? Danger?
Oh, good point.
Like a lot of things, they do. I was just telling somebody today I was walking around in the zoo with, like the alligators, for example, when they lay a nest and you have to go in there and pull the eggs. Female alligators are quite defensive, and they will go down battling to keep you out of there. So we go in with usually 3-4 people, 1-2 to keep them at bay and 1 to work on, excavating the eggs. So yeah, some animals definitely are a lot more aggressive.
And, Dino, as we hear more and more about species on the planet that are threatened or are on the brink of potential extinction, is there a ramp up among the work of zoos around the world to coordinate, to try and stem the tide, as it were, to what changes we're seeing in the animal kingdom?
Yes, it's twofold. We do it both in the field. There's a lot of places that spend millions of dollars just in the field in countries trying to preserve. But then there's also the, inside zoos where we're actually breeding to keep the animals there. Now, a lot of the animals are not going back to the wild because the wild's no longer there.
Man.
But it is what keeps it on people's mind and keeps people aware of, such things. Most people are never going to see a lion in Africa. They're going to see it at the zoo. But they're going to put 2 and 2 together and they realize, the impact that they're suffering maybe, in their wild land. So.
Dino Ferry here with us from the Central Florida Zoo. Of course, you can always go out. They have cool stuff going. CentralFloridaZoo.org, Dino?
That is correct.
So tell me the most dangerous animal that nobody would think would be dangerous. Like, you look at one of these cuddly, fluffy animals, but yet the zookeepers know they have to keep their eyes open because this thing can reach up and grab you. The one that would be the most surprising.
Man, that's tough.
I would think it would be some of the birds, man, because birds are vicious.
No, I would think it would be the hippo, because if the hippo, kills more people in the wild in Africa than, lions and tigers. And not only that, they don't even have to actually bite you with those huge tusks, because one of the way they mark their territory is they poop and then they flick their tail and they fling it everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So you could get hit with hippo poo. I think that's almost as bad.
I wouldn't have gone there, but yes, hippos are definitely deadly. Man, that really is tough. I like to tell people that everything has the potential. If it's got a mouth, people say, "Oh, well, does it bite?" Well, it's got a mouth; it can bite.
Right.
Your toddler can bite. So it's really tough. We have venomous snakes here that are very venomous that have the potential to be life-threatening.
Some of the horned animals, do they ever get aggressive? Like, don't you guys have or do you have impalas and ibexes there anymore? Or?
No, we do not. But yeah, definitely horned animals. At another facility I worked, there was somebody that was gored by a horned animal. And
damn.
Yeah, that's what they said.
That's what they said.
What a badass! Just a simple dam, and they're like...
Exactly. And of course, all of these animals, folks will be able to see when they check out Brews Around the Zoo.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. The animals, have access. At the same time, they may be like, lights out, man. This is past our bedtime. We're gonna go indoors and crash in our nice little, bedtime spots. But they do have the ability to be out if they choose. Absolutely.
Somebody just checked in and said that all the animal kingdom, a lot of the animals in Animal Kingdom are on Norplant.
Yeah, what brand? I mean, I have heard of the birth control issue before, but I kind of forgot that it's human grade birth control.
Like, that's flooring to me. I honestly, I never even considered that question before. I mean, that's even going back to just giving Deb credit for asking that question. I would have never even thought. And here's the crazy thing: like, we have a duck den back there, and let me tell you, duck sex is not pretty.
Yo, aren't they related?
I mean, it is aggressive. It is like Weinstein aggressive. Ducks don't ask a lot of questions when it comes to their sex, man. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's been zoos that have lost an animal in a breeding because they get so aggressive. It's happened with jaguars.
Listen, my dad growing up on a farm would talk about cows getting knocked out.
Damn. I've seen a video
tied to one end of the barn, and they let the bull go from the other end. Knock her out.
Listen, I've seen a video. There's a video out there right now of a horse. Is it a mare? A female horse is a mare?
Yes.
Is that correct? Kicking a stud and killing him in the process of breeding because she was like kind of getting ready and he was all ready to go. And man, she
wasn't having any of that.
She ripped it back right into his forehead and dropped him to his knees right there. Dunzo.
No means no.
That's I think that's a perfect place to end it. Dino Ferry here from the Central Florida Zoo.
Nay means nay.
No. Nay means nay. Dino is never coming back with us.
Oh, he loves us.
This is the best man.
He's just trying to figure out how to explain it.
It's the best 10 minutes of his week.
I kind of apologize, but not really. Just being honest. Dino's always. We appreciate it. CentralFloridaZoo.org.
Yeah.
Go out there and support the guys. They're amazing. They do an amazing job here in Central Florida, bringing you not only great events, but really good family entertainment as well. So don't forget them when the fall hits. Brews Around the Zoo, plus a ton of other things. You can find all of that at CentralFloridaZoo.org.
Thank you again,
Thanks,
Dino.
guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got it. We'll see you again next month.
See you next round.
You got it.
See
Don't
you next
forget
round, he says.
Probably felt like a drinking game to poor Dino.
Like a dose of chemo. I'll see you next round.
Yeah, he's like, man, I hope my board's not listening. Also, Sunset Around the Zoo. I'll be posting the Animal House segment later on today so you can get all that information. But just a real gem here in Central Florida. And Animal House is brought to you by Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. If you or someone you know and love have been in a car, a truck, or even a motorcycle accident, here's one reason why you need to call Klausman Law. You're not going to get passed over to a caseworker, someone who doesn't know you or your name or your case. Glenn is going to handle your case and probably give you his personal cell phone number. Just one of the reasons why he keeps being voted legal elite and super lawyer year after year. He's an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So again, if you've been in an accident, give him a call at 407-917-1718 or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Dino. We appreciate it as always.
Yay.
Take a little break. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
I need a cigarette.
Orlando City wraps up their 3-game homestand at Exploria Stadium when they host Columbus Crew SC this Saturday. Coverage starts at 7 p.m. on our sister station, FM 96.9 The Game and iHeartRadio. Orlando City matches on Real Radio are brought to you by Mossy Oak Fence.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Stop and go ride eastbound along I-4 through downtown Orlando into Lee Road, and westbound I-4 is slow from Parr Street into about Colonial Drive. Westbound traffic along I-4 also backing up from World Drive into 429. The 408 is in good shape. The Beach Line and the Turnpike both clear. There is a wreck reported along Orange Avenue at Sand Lake Road and an accident along Montgomery Road at Jamestown Boulevard. If you see a traffic problem, call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for your back-to-school list. Now Crayola 12-count colored pencils and 10+2 markers bonus packs are just 97 cents each. Offer ends 9/18, limit 30. Be more than ready for school. Visit your local Staples store or staples.com/back-to-school.
There is no question in Central Florida, if your AC doesn't work, your life is going to be considerably different and not in a good way. That's why I lean on Mills Air for that great preventive maintenance plan and incredibly honest service every single time. These guys are here to save you when you need saving. They've been doing this since 1992, almost 30 years in Central Florida, keeping you nice and cool. Their techs know every brand inside and out. Don't even need to worry about what kind of AC you have. They can fix it, and they more than likely have the parts to fix what you need on their trucks. That's why they're so awesome. Not to mention, if you do need a brand new AC, their Carrier Factory authorized dealers getting you up to $2,700 in rebates on a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the team over at Mills Air. 60 vans to cover you wherever you are in Central Florida. Family owned and operated, and they want to help you today. 407-277-1159. Easy to find online. MillsAir.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
There's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. Sip into fall with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or a pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only and all cold foam cold brew.
Get ready. Saving starts with Xfinity. Because when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Enjoy fast, reliable internet at home and nationwide 5G on the go, included at no extra cost. That means you can connect to everything you love, whether you're a next-level gaming aficionado, an online shopping mastermind, or crushing that research project. So go ahead, stream on all your devices or video chat from anywhere and save hundreds while doing it, because saving starts with Xfinity. Get Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile and ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. Don't miss out. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Internet offer ends 9/7/21 and requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Savings based on optimized pricing. Actual savings may vary.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we help our members execute missions every day, like Operation...
Earn cash back on tutus, dance lessons, and tiaras, so I can get a little more towards something for me.
Or Operation...
Pay for soccer, pay for piano, pay for dinner. Then use the cash back on something for mama.
The Cash Rewards card from Navy Federal gives you 1.5% cash back on purchases and has your back with fraud protection. Apply now. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry, the flavor of berry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
And I understand your son is the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted, being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are harder to quit than regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Duke Energy is ready to help you through this year's hurricane season. We're investing in a stronger, more resilient grid to help reduce and even prevent outages. And when storms strike, Duke Energy will be there to get the power back on as safely and quickly as possible, while keeping you informed. It's all part of building a smarter energy future. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The free iHeart app is ready for back to school. Bring your favorite station as your study partner. Share the songs you love with your closest friends and impress your teachers with your expert knowledge from podcasts like Stuff You Should Know. Plus, when you need a playlist to focus, just create your own for free. We make it super easy. Start with one song and we'll fill in the rest. Whether you love school or don't, we got you covered. Bring the free iHeart app everywhere. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
iHeartRadio.
Thinking about divorce? Kramer Law. OneFirmForLife.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
Radio. 104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Thanks, Dino, again, for another wonderful Animal House.
He's so
Deb
great.
Deb will have that. Deb will have that up on the JimColbertLive.com as a podcast for the shows out today, usually, or not long after that. And you can check it out again. Pretty funny Animal House today.
We love
gorilla
you, Dino.
putting it on a gorilla. Did you guys know anything about the zoo? Did you guys? I mean, obviously, Deborah, you did. I'd never heard that zoos used birth control.
I'd heard.
It makes sense. It's just something I think that many of us don't think about on a regular basis. So it's like yeah. When you think about it, it's like well, of course they would have to control the population, but it's.
Why was it so shocking then? Well, I mean, because it was, right? I mean, we heard it. You're like, wow, that's crazy. I never even thought of that. But and it does make a perfectly good sense, but you just never thought about it.
I just want to thank Ross for the visual of a gorilla trying to put a condom on a banana.
I really hope someone just hopped in their car. And they just heard that. Yeah. Only that.
That's why you should always listen to the podcast. Even if you only catch like an hour of the show, you should listen to the entire podcast. All right, 407-916-1041. I told you guys there was a really interesting kind of legal question here. It really is. So in Pine Hills, and for you guys who don't live out of the area, Pine Hills is one of the more challenged parts of Orlando.
Economically depressed.
With its fair share of crime and, of course, poverty. It makes it a hotbed for those stories you hear about out of Chicago a lot of shootings, a lot of random shootings, a lot of drug and gang activity. And those residents up there have lived in fear for, it's 25, 30 years now.
Yeah, before that, it was the gem of Central Florida. I mean, it was the place you wanted to move into.
They actually marketed it just like that. They thought it would be one of the future really nice kind of middle-class suburban, communities that fed, employees all throughout the city, and it just didn't kind of turn out that way. But about 5 years ago, there was a young mom who was shot and killed at a gas station right in front of her preschool kid. Now, this happened in 2016 at a gas station right across the street from Evans High School, the old Evans, I guess, because they tore it down. And as they were driving away, there was some sudden chaos and some gunshots went off. And that's when this young mom was hit in the head. And, of course, then after that, I guess the 5-year-old crawled out of the car, obviously trying to get away from the scenario. Now, fast forward 5 years from now, nothing's really been done excuse me, they say nothing's been done. I'm not really sure on where the convictions are here, to be honest with you, because two teenage boys actually pled guilty to murdering her. They're serving prison sentences now. The story is about a lawsuit, and the lawsuit contends this. They're suing the gas station, all right? They're suing the gas station because their thing was that there should be... They had a prior knowledge of the behavior of people around the station. Okay, so let's just think about it like this. Everybody's seen the corner store in certain parts of town. A lot of unsavory dudes hanging around, just, kind of loitering, milling about, You can always make the assumptions of why they're there, why they're not there, but usually that doesn't happen in certain parts of town. You don't see people doing that. Pine Hills is one of these towns where you can see, a lot of people loitering around gas stations. So the argument is this gas station has had numerous disturbances. Cops have been there a lot, fights, drug problems, drug stings at this gas station. And the lawsuit contends this. They are partially responsible for the death of this woman because they did nothing to clean up the scene after many, many, many warnings.
I see. When the gas station itself is the scene of drug stings, that you hear lawyers all the time with the commercials saying businesses have the legal responsibility to make sure that you have a safe place to use their business, to use their services.
Yeah, but at what? Yeah. But at what length? I mean, I understand if there's activity like this and they've done nothing. But I mean, what are they supposed to do?
Making sure you have well lit areas. Yeah. Making sure if you have security cameras, they're facing in those directions as well.
Maybe offer your store to be one of those substations that you see sometimes police departments or sheriff's offices will use. A convenience store and just have a little office off to the side to kind of deter that kind of loitering.
This happened at 1:30 in the afternoon.
Whoa.
1:30 in the afternoon during a weekday, actually not long after Evans High School kids are released out into the public. This is when this happened. So this wasn't like she just popped into this gas station for a few snacks for her kid. And then when she got back in the car after getting them, that's when she was shot randomly. I don't know. They were charged with murder. These two kids, Deshaun Miller and Javion Joaquin, maybe.
Right.
They were charged with murder. Now, I mean, it doesn't say first, second, or third degree. First degree murder, obviously, they would have targeted her for the shooting. I don't believe that was the case. I think what happened was, a disturbance broke out, shots were fired, and she was caught in the crossfire and then killed. But what do you think about the argument of suing somebody because of how they keep their business? I mean, could you make this argument about any fight outside of any bar? Because there's a number of bars in Orlando that have had a really difficult time with keeping people going straight. I think Guilt out there on East Colonial Drive has had a difficult time because they've had a number of issues with fights and other shootings and stuff at that bar. So, I mean, could you hold Guilt responsible for the actions of people that come to their establishment just because a number of people have done the same thing?
I think it's what are they determining is a contributing factor? See, and the puzzling thing about this is it's the middle of the afternoon. So it's not a lighting issue in a dark parking lot.
Right,
so if a person shows up, they have a right to be there if it's, if they're open for business. So I'm a little confused as to where that negligence is on the part of the business to, obviously you don't want kids with guns robbing people in your parking lot. But, if someone is just at your business, what are they supposed to do? Chase everyone away?
Yeah,
and,
that's my thing is like, what do you tell me? They don't know every person that's coming onto that property has nefarious intentions. They don't know that. It says here the attorney for the family says nothing was done, no security provided whatsoever, despite the fact that they had large gatherings before and a young mother lost her life. So what they're basically trying to say is because of the fights, disturbances, drug problems, and drug stings at that gas station, that because of that, they did not do a good enough job keeping that unsavory crowd away, and it led to a shooting which took this young lady's life.
I wonder, though, if the fact that the business has been the site of drug stings, not just the patrons, but I would be interested to know if the business itself has been targeted, because then that shows almost not just so much a lack of negligence in keeping your property clear of ne'er-do-wells, but it shows active participation in criminal acts, which would then encourage people of that ilk to come to your business.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that was thrown in here by one of the other attorneys as part of this team said, when you talk about taking action, when you know that you have a problem that you see every single day, and because they fail to do so, this family is here today without their spouse and without their mom, and it's unacceptable. So the lawyers are going full forward. They're going, look, this gas station bears responsibility. These guys should have some policies intact that keep people like this away, because they've had so many problems before that they are not creating an environment that is not conducive to this kind of behavior.
I mean,
and again, I would ask, where's that plan? Like, other than paying a security guard to stand out there and putting that dude's life at risk every day that he shows up for work, what's the guy supposed to do? You get out of here? No.
I don't know.
Call the cops every single 5 minutes to run people off?
I still can't think it'd be a good ad that your business was the site of a young mother getting shot in the head at 1:30 on a Wednesday afternoon so her 5-year-old child could crawl out of the car to escape the gunfire.
I understand,
I
but
think
man,
the expense of a security guard is a hell of a lot less than that look.
I don't know, Deb, man. I mean, and again, that part of town, I'm not saying people get used to it, but people get used to it. They get used to that kind of violence. I don't think it's
exonerate it.
You're right, but it doesn't stop people from coming into the store, is what I'm saying.
Well,
I mean, nobody's going to make the decision not to go in that store and buy beer or buy cigarettes or whatever because somebody was murdered in the parking lot.
I don't know. I mean, maybe a young mother driving through that part of town who is stopping for snacks for her 5-year-old will go, you know what? I'll go to the next station.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. In towns like that, let me ask you this. Near you, Ross, do you know where the bad store is? Do you know where not to go?
Yeah, man. It's got like 30 cats.
Jack, in your neighborhood, do you know what store not to go to? Do you
I
know
don't
where?
live in that kind of neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah, me either.
In that area, do you know?
Yeah, there's one. I mean, I kind of still go to it, like if I have to, but
here's the thing. I mean, Deb, do you not have one of those outdoor or an area where you just kind of stay away from?
Oh, well, there's a gas station that I drive by that I'm like, yeah, I'll go to the next one.
Yeah, but for me, that big turnoff is just their price per gallon.
Right,
exactly.
But my point being is I think everybody in the area that lives there probably kind of knows that gas station is a bit of an unsavory spot. I can't imagine in Pine Hills, and by the way, you can drive all the way around Pine Hills in about 20 minutes, the core of Pine Hills. I can't imagine anybody in that city who lives there doesn't know that gas station doesn't have a terrible reputation. I mean, that's the hard part. Like, what part of the decision-making process winds up being on you? Now, she's not to blame at all. This is no victim blaming. She got shot randomly. She got shot randomly in that parking lot, and there's no question it is not
in the middle of a work day.
But, you're right, in the middle of a work day. But I don't know that creates a scenario where the business owner has to go out and shoo people away. And by the way, in an area like that, if you're that guy, don't you wind up being the target? Doesn't it put you at risk as well if you start running off people that are able to just shoot randomly in public and you start shooing them away of their spot? Doesn't that put you at risk as well? Yeah, I mean, it offers a lot of really interesting conversations because I don't know that there's an answer. I mean, if they're not doing anything wrong. Now, I'll give you an example. Went to Chicago during the XFL years back in the 99, 2000, in that area, and walked around an area and got sidetracked into a really sketchy part of town that it could have turned out bad. We went in to get some food into like a Crystal or a Steak and Shake or something like that. You had to enter a cage that was monitored by a cop. And then from there, they would beep you in, buzz you in like a pawn shop into the restaurant that also had a cop. That was just to get a burger.
No.
So when you talk about people, I mean, there are people who do take that into their own hands, but there were 2 armed officers in this store. But people can't afford that. I mean, it's a little convenience store. I don't know if he can or not. Or they. I shouldn't say.
Yeah. I don't blame the family of a young mother going after the business, especially if it was a lot of people are texting in about the loitering law, that there is a Florida statute about loitering. So yes, they should be, chasing them off. Allowing drug sales on property makes an attractive nuisance.
like as a business owner, you don't want that activity on your business, right?
Right, which is why I really think it comes down to if the business was the site of a sting, then that shows that they're complicit with illegal activity.
And so why didn't they, like, what efforts have they taken to kind of make their place not the hangout for that activity?
And that's, to me, what it comes down to is what has the business done?
But I mean, again, what if that's the only business they have is the people who hang out? And the fact is no other people can come in there because there's this group of people out front that drive all the business away. And the only business he has is the people who just kind of loiter and hang around and eventually roll in there to buy whatever they buy. Cigarettes, beer, food, I don't know.
That'd be a hard way to stay afloat in business if that's your clientele and those are the only ones. But
maybe it's not your point, or not. Maybe it's not your choice. I mean, maybe you feel basically threatened into only serving those people because it's become that spot.
I don't know. I just think that if you're allowing drug deals inside the store or on your property, it shows a whole different level of negligence instead of being some poor little shop owner who just can't afford a security guard.
So what would be the move here? I mean, and I know we have to go to break here, and I'll come back and take some calls on the other side for sure. But what's the move? Is the move you put up a statement on the door, you put up some kind of bull-s thing on the door, hey, look, if you're engaged in illegal activity like drug dealing and other things like that, don't come around this property, don't stay there?
I think putting security cameras up is a step too, because no one,
and it's a hell of a lot cheaper than getting sued and losing your business because you didn't do these things before.
That I would agree with for sure. 407-916-1041. Ross, who do we have?
We have Jay on line 3 bringing up a great point. A little bit of a catch-22.
Cool. Jay, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the program.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
Good, brother.
Excellent. Hey, my thought on this is and it's what Jack just said as far as security cameras. So when you create an environment in which you have security cameras posted or up, you also create an environment in which a patron or someone feels that there's a sense of safety or someone watching over them. So you're also in the catch-22 there, as well as, well, you created a safe environment, or I thought that the facility owner or someone had my back for, somebody looking out, and you're then somewhat could be held responsible on that end too. So, you kind of just have to post that you're in this situation and you're kind of at your own risk, and that's kind of all you can do.
Yeah.
Kind of also have to think of like a trip hazard. You're aware of it, but then you're negligent if you don't make a repair, or you got to balance that out.
It is. I mean, it is. Thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate that very much. Obviously, it's not against the law not to have security cameras.
Right.
But I wonder if with this lawsuit, that's what they could kind of, instead of really suing them for punitive damages for money, which of course we know that's what they're really going for. But I wonder what the business owner is going to have to do to prove that he's quote unquote compliant in keeping his property clean of people like this. And I don't know how you even approach this legally. I would say that you guys putting cameras up, that would be a good start. Maybe putting a thing on the door saying, hey, this property's not going to tolerate illegal behavior anymore. Anytime any of that's seen, we're immediately going to call the police every single time. But I mean, again, is that a good look for your business when every time somebody drives by there's 10 cop cars gathered around?
It's like barred window syndrome a little bit.
Yeah,
you're like, okay,
go.
Cool. My gas station where's all my customers?
They're scared of the bars. All right, 407-916-1041. We'll take your calls and texts right after this. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we're going to see generally overcast skies, some light rain showers from time to time east of I-4, the heavier stuff north and west of I-4. Overall tonight will cool down to a low of 74 degrees. Tomorrow the high 85 with more clouds and a 60% chance for showers and thunderstorms, rain ending in the evening. Looks like a drier Labor Day weekend ahead with high temperatures in the low 90s, chance for rain between 20 and 30%. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Wendy's Spicy Chicken Nuggets are the only verified spicy chicken nuggets in the game. What's that mean? It means that when you want undeniably delicious spicy nugs, you want Wendy's, because nothing else compares. Get your Wendy's Spicy Chicken Nuggets now at participating U.S. Wendy's.
FAS Windows and Doors is here to help you during the summertime, help you during the times when it gets stormy outside with those that impact glass. Man, not to mention your house can feel amazing easily with FAS Windows and Doors. Double insulated vinyl windows seal your home up, make your AC work way less, make it last longer, and make your house just worth more money. Not to mention inside doors, sliding glass doors, accordion doors. They have custom doors for everything and exterior doors to make your house look amazing. Drop by their showroom for Fairbanks and I-4, super easy to find, and then have them install the windows of your dreams. They do it every day. It's FAS Windows and Doors online, FASWD.com.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery. Ends Labor Day.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Sunnyside Plumbers.
Yes, my drains are backing up.
For service in Swedish, press 1.
What?
For service in Klingon, press 2.
But
For all other languages, press 3.
What the?
Fine. Please state the nature of your problem.
Drains backing up.
For drain problems, press 11.
There is no 11.
Must have a new phone. The old ones had 11.
That's it. This would never happen with Frank Gay.
But you didn't call Frank Gay.
Well,
Did you?
What was I thinking?
Indeed. So are your drains still plugged, or have they magically fixed themselves?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you have plumbing or drain problems, you need help fast, a helpful operator to guide you, and plumbers who will provide a permanent solution. That's the Frank Gay way.
Sounds to me like you should have called Frank Gay.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Hello, Florida. Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch, and you can contact your local agent for personalized assistance.
But having a trusted insurer in your life could make you feel so secure that you'll want to do something dangerous like run through a cactus patch, and that never ends well.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance, and you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your renter's insurance.
But saving money might make you want to giggle gleefully, and when your mouth's open, a stray acorn could fall in there. It happens a lot, actually.
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver. And they offer discounts to military and federal employees.
And that might make you so happy that you start whistling all the time. Who likes whistling? Name one person.
Well, Geico is the largest car insurer in the state and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
Hey, there's some good news that I can share with you. The FDA has approved a COVID-19 vaccine. So if you've been waiting for FDA approval before you got your shot, now is your time to get vaccinated. More than 200 million people have already gotten vaccinated, and the FDA has thoroughly evaluated vaccine safety and effectiveness data. These vaccines are going to provide the best protection that we can get against COVID-19. Find your free vaccine at vaccines.gov, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
There's more to Isaac Newton than apples and gravity. On the podcast Newton's Law, you'll hear a different side of the father of physics, who later became England's most ruthless lawman.
So who was this ruthless detective? This hard-bitten crook catcher, totally unmoved by the pleas of a desperate man? It was Isaac Newton. Yes, that Isaac Newton.
Listen to Newton's Law on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This year full of real radio is brought to you by Klausman Law. Car crash? Call Glenn Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com.
Get social with us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041 to call our show. You're welcome to text us as well. That number is 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here with us as well. We'll have Scott Maxwell on in the 5 o'clock hour plus trivia. Top of the hour at 6 o'clock. Ross Thoughts coming your way today as well. Check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, at The Jim Colbert Show, on Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show. And we do stream the show every day live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook as well. So we were talking about this story that I saw today in the news, and it's actually an interesting argument legally because of this gas station in Pine Hills was a hotspot for criminal activity. There are records to show it's been many busts there. A young lady was shot and killed in front of her daughter there in 2016. Now the family's suing the gas station for, quote, not doing enough to keep the area safe, thus possibly contributing to the death of the young lady. So an interesting argument for sure. And I know that as we went to break, you guys said we had somebody on the phone from that we could chat about this.
Yeah, well, okay, we have Aaron, and then we also have Scott. Scott's in New Orleans, though, so Scott wants to talk about just what's going on in
with
New
the storm
Orleans
and
right
stuff.
now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Scott, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, buddy.
So I want to give you a quick, hey, man, how are y'all?
Good.
Good to hear voices. So I want to just give you a quick background. So my wife and I lived in Orlando from 94 to 2000, so I started listening to you then. Been listening to you the last 21 years since we moved back home. And I am having a major bout of deja vu right now, right? So it feels like probably over the past 20 years, I've probably called into y'all half a dozen times with natural disasters. So with that being said, I live between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, and I'm proud to say that the Hurricane I came right over our house. So
Well, that far inland, because that's a little north. Well, not well. I mean, Baton Rouge is in the dead center of the state, right? New Orleans is dead south.
yeah, so Homa is if you do a triangle and went down to the coast, Homa. So it came up Homa, hit the town that I live in, which is a town called Ponchatoula.
Yep.
And then went up from there. But I am literally sitting in the dark, and I got my Wi-Fi router being powered up by the plug in the back of my 4Runner right now. So that's how I was able to call y'all. But
that is incredible,
and we appreciate you using your very limited electricity to listen to us.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it bad for me to want your minutes to run out while you're doing this and us have the last contact from humans you ever had?
Oh, got him.
So how bad did it get you guys?
Really, really bad. We so that the area of Ponchatoula is kind of northwest of New Orleans, right? But it's a lot of trees, and it becomes more of a little bit of a highland. So we got pine trees and so forth. But miraculously somehow I didn't get any trees that fell on my house. And my mom, it's funny, my dad died on the same day that your mom died, so I wanted to offer my condolences on that too.
Yeah, thank you.
But my mom is still in that house, and she had trees that fell all over, and somehow not one tree fell on the house. So I'm very thankful for that. But the problem we're having right now is we can't get gas. So I've got a generator that ran out of gas this morning, right, and we don't have any way to run it. So that's our biggest challenge right now with power is being able to get gas.
It hit you guys as what, a 2?
Yeah, it was probably a little bit more of a 3. But yes. I've got plenty of friends that live down the bayou in Homa, and a lot of roofs torn off of houses, but they didn't get it as bad because there's not as many trees down that way.
Yeah.
But if you get to where I'm from, there's a lot of trees.
Those coastal areas just take an ass kicking there. There's no real geography or topography to break down the storm, so you just get mad wind coming really far into the state. So you can go 100 miles in and have incredible impacts there. So, well, man, we wish you the absolute best there, buddy. You guys keep your heads up there and keep in contact with us.
Yeah,
if there's
thanks for listening.
Anything we can do this far away, we'll do our best, though.
Yeah, well, hey, real quick. So I called in about 6-8 months ago, Deb. You were talking about coming to New Orleans. I offered to give you a free tour, so that still stands. Just let me know.
All right.
Well, by boat.
Might want to wait a little bit.
I'm going to wait. I'm up.
Deborah, it's going to be the nicest wade you've ever taken. All right, thanks for your call, buddy. We
Bye,
appreciate
Scott.
that. Stay good up there, Scotty. All right, man.
Yeah, take care, man.
All right, 407-916-1041. Just when you thought it was bad at 90. At least we're not floating our washing machine around. Who else we got there? Aaron?
Yeah, we have Aaron.
Aaron, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the program.
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, bud.
Okay. As a professional in the field I do, customers we've had who have problems with ne'er-do-wells as these are, they put up the camera systems and they take all the views from nighttime and they give these images to the cops. And those cops will just plaster those faces everywhere. Crime Line would probably even do it too. You catch someone slinging crack or waving a gun, you have their face, and they're committing a crime blatantly, whether or not they'll get arrested.
Here's a little bit of the problem, buddy. They actually found the people who did it, and they did prosecute them. They're in prison and everything. Thanks for your call. I appreciate that. But the problem with, sending just random pictures over to the cops is not everybody there is involved with crime. I mean, you could be a kind of a hanger-on to these groups of people and just kind of be there and not really do anything. You can't, in my opinion, it's kind of weird for your privacy to be just sending random photographs to the cops for them to post up around there when you've proven to be, doing nothing wrong. If the store owner doesn't want you to hang out at a store, they could come out and say, hey, you got to go. There's no loitering here. The sign says it right there. And if you loiter anymore, we're going to call the cops. But, man, I don't know about just sending random pictures of parking lots to cops so they can start scanning them, man, really.
Maybe not sending them to cops, but it works at Fair Villa. You post those photos at your business saying, this knucklehead did this.
Right, yeah.
Works there.
Again, do you think that it's going to deter anybody in Pine Hills when they see a picture of, somebody up there, this guy got busted shoplifting? They may high-five the guy.
I don't know.
And if I own a gas station in Pine Hills and I'm supposed to walk out to some people and go, hey, I don't want your service here. I don't have that bone in my body. I'm terrified.
Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to walk out there to a bunch of guys who have questionable ethos and go, hey, guys, you need to scoot on out of here. I need to sell some more beer and gum to people.
Hey, guys, I need you all to skedaddle.
Hey, could you scram?
Scram.
Could you scram on out of here? Do your mothers not care? Do your fathers not care? 407-916-1041. Text us again, 77031. There is a new product on the shelves, and I am virtually certain it is going to disgust you. I'll tell you what that is right after this.
Your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Stop and go ride eastbound along I-4 through downtown Orlando into Lee Road. Reports of road work in this area blocking a left lane. Westbound traffic along I-4 is backing up from 192 into 429. We're in good shape along the Turnpike. No reported problems along the 408 or the Beach Line. There was a crash in Altamont that should be clearing along Montgomery Road at Jamestown Boulevard. And watch out for an accident along Orange Avenue at Sand Lake Road. If you see a traffic problem, call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we ask, what have we learned from our wars in the Middle East?
To find the answer, we tell the story of Joe Kent, a retired Green Beret.
Listen to this week's episode of Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Guys, when I think about custom fences, I think about Mossy Oak Fence, but I also think about high quality. That's the skilled craftsman over Mossy Oak Fence, using only the very best materials out there. High quality, also backed by the best warranty in the business. But I also think about sensibility, because Mossy Oak understands not everybody's situation is the same, and they offer affordable payment plans for everybody. You can have the fence of your dreams at Mossy Oak Fences, but I really think about safety and security, because your family's safety and security is Mossy Oak's #1 priority. So if you're thinking about a new fence, you got to think MossyOakFences.com. That's MossyOakFences.com. And as always, let the Mossy family protect your family today.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Time to soak up the last of these summer savings. Right now, T-bone steaks are just $7.99 a pound. Bro, that's certified Angus beef bread. Oh, and I can get 5 ears of corn for just $1. Well, shucks, that's a win. Best quality and winning rewards. Just gotta scan my Winn-Dixie app at checkout. Now that's a win for my wallet. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win. prices valid through September 7th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
With a SunTrust checking account, stay on top of your money with all the right ingredients. Get free helpings to online resources and tools to help make your money grow. Manage your spending by receiving alerts. And help yourself to seconds on your money with cash back with SunTrust deals. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
The game is on. Big watch party on the couch. Everyone needs more snacks from 7-Eleven. So what's the play here? Use code DELIVERY for $15 off your first 7-Eleven delivery order. You'll be the MVP of football watching without moving a yard. And your prize shall be all of the wings. 7-Eleven, take it to 11. Offer ends 11/2/21 with promo code on first order for new customers. $25 minimum. Limit one-time use per customer. Plus tax and fees. Limited delivery area. See 7NOW app for terms.
Unbelievable.
No sugar and 60 calories.
Naturally. New Chobani with zero sugar. Impossibly delicious. Made possible by Chobani, not a low-calorie food.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Welcome to Wawa. Would you like to try our new paninis?
This spicy Italian garlic panini looks so crunchy, melty. But Phil, your dad was a hoagie man. His dad was a hoagie man. You are a hoagie man. You know what? Today, I'm a panini guy.
Switch up your routine with Wawa's delicious and crunchy breakfast and lunch paninis. Choose your favorite, like Southwest Turkey or a Chipotle Bacon Egg Panini. Available at Wawa. Now when you think dinner, think Wawa. Wawa's got everyone's cravings covered with endless dinner options, including the new double cheeseburger. With double the beef patties, double your choice of cheese, and if you'd like, double the bacon. Top it with fresh veggies, or don't top it at all. And while you're at it, throw in a side of fries. However you do dinner, Wawa's got you covered. Enjoy dinner your way. Available every day starting at 4 p.m. at Wawa.
I want to break free.
Break free in 2022 with Norwegian's Labor Day sale. Book your cruise today and enjoy 30% off, free open bar, and much more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom on 100% fully vaccinated ships that are fully open to explore. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
You've poured Tijuana flat sauces on tacos, slathered them on burritos, maybe even knocked back a few shots at our hot bar. But now, the iconic Tijuana flat sauces you burn for are even more epic thanks to our new Tijuana wings. Get juicy, jumbo chicken wings in Tex mesmerizing flavors like habanero agave glaze and limited time garlic parmesan. Order your Tijuana wings starting at $9.99 on the app or at TijuanaFlats.com.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lynch Studio. Car accidents, other injuries? Call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000 and a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY, LUCKY. Lucky to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's Lucky to the number 200-200. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Let's all get. Is the black star? Is it the cat with the black shades, the black car?
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. 407-916-1041 is how you call the show if you'd like to do that. And remember, You do not have to wait on us to bring something up. If you have something on your mind, you're welcome to call us and share. We'll try to help you through it. You can also text our show at 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Good evening.
And so is Ross. I think we have one more call on this situation in Pine Hills. I was talking about a story I saw 5 years after the fact. A woman was shot dead at a gas station. The family's now suing the gas station, saying they didn't do enough to protect the patrons that are on board or on property because there have been so many other disturbances. They should have known better. So we've taken a few calls on that. Kevin, let's find out what he's got to say. Kevin, you're on, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, Jim, I'll be as quick as I can. I have a lot to say. I'm a retired officer here in Central Florida, and the city that I worked, that was my forte, was handling issues of nuisance businesses like that. And everyone's missing a lot of issues here. And the biggest thing is communication between the business owner and law enforcement. You're not going to solve this problem by just putting up a light or putting up a police car in the area. You're going to have to communicate with the business owner, have a designated officer that deals with this, and come up with a plan. And there's a lot you can do. It's not just, I don't know if it's in the county or the city or whatever, but you can reach out to other law enforcement agencies to help you with this situation, but make it a positive thing. The business owners that I've always dealt with, they didn't want that riffraff and that activity on their property, but, their hands are tied. They're victims of these people. So, anyways, communicate. There's a lot of things you can do. And what we always did at the end of, cleaning up this area, we would have a big street party for all the residents and the business. We'd get the church involved. We'd let people know that, hey, times have changed and they're not going back to the way they were. And it's stuck.
Well, that's good,
and those
man.
Criminals,
It's good. Thanks for your call, buddy. It's kind of breaking up there a little bit. It does.
That's a great idea.
It takes that community. He is 100% right to gather all the community leaders and basically just make the entire environment so toxically positive that there's really no room for people like that in the community. That's really what you have to do. He's right. It's a ground force level argument and movement from the ground up by community leaders, church leaders, other civic leaders. He's 1,000% right. It just takes people to stick in there because, when you're dealing with lawless people, you're trying to do things the proper way, and they don't look at avenues in that manner. So it makes the argument pretty difficult. All right, 407-916-1041.
Jim, I just got to tell you this, man.
Oh, boy. Sorry.
I got a call during the last segment, and this kid just stole my heart.
A kid?
A child. A child.
You were talking
to
a child?
I was talking to a child, so we had the same reading level.
Okay. Is that why you're on the phone with him so long?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was talking to him for a little bit, and he called up. This is killing me. He called up, and he was like, I want to talk to Jim. And I was like, all right.
Very forceful for an 8-year-old.
Like, all right, you coming in a little hot, little spicy, little chorizo kid.
Check your diaper killer.
Yeah. And I go, first of all, how old are you? He goes, I'm 8. I'm like, all right. We don't need the exclamation point here.
No, we do not.
I go, what's your name? He goes, Xander. I'm like, of course, all 8-year-olds are called Xander.
Right. Especially when they talk like drill sergeants.
And I go, what? Why do you want to talk to Jim? And this kid looked at me on the phone and said, I'm looking for the best hot dog joint.
Is he got like a Chicago mobster?
Right? I'm saying, you're looking for the best hot dog. In Central, I'm looking for the best hot dog place. And then I had to break the news to him. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure the boss's boss doesn't want 8-year-olds on air.
Can't have kids calling the show.
And then he takes a moment and goes, that's un-American, and hung up on it.
It was a baby eagle. It was an eaglet, Jimmy. It was an eaglet.
You had an 8-year-old hang up and say that's un-American. He can't be on the phone. That's un-American. I just want to know where the damn hot dogs are.
This kid's got me in tears while we're talking about a really serious topic on this last, 2 segments here. Whoo, man! Shout out to Xander.
How did he get a phone and call? He had a phone at 8 years old.
Well, then the dad called up. And
the
was
dad
like,
calls now. So it's a family affair.
Yeah, the dad called me and went, "Hey, I think my kid just called you. He listens to you all the time."
Oh no!
And I immediately thought about Animal House today.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Kid learns a lot.
The kid, we have broken some serious ice for little Xander out
Right,
there.
we have started a lot of conversation for you. You're welcome.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
hot dog heaven.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, hot dog heaven's a good place to start. That's a good place to go.
It's solid.
Legendary.
Legendary. That kid is legendary. That's un-American. Click.
Was he mad? Did he say it forcefully?
He was a little bummed. Yeah, he was genuinely disappointed that I was like, yeah, I don't think I can get 8-year-olds on air. I don't think the boss's boss enjoys that too much.
That's un-American. That's so funny. 8 years old.
Literally a chip off the Eagle block.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Un-American.
That's un-American.
You got another kid
What
out
do you
there.
mean I can't talk to Jim? He's right there. You can see him, right? Just put me on the phone with him. I got this damn hot dog question burning a hole in my diaper. Shut up. Sit down, son. I'm trying to work for this man and get you a damn hot dog.
That kid killed me.
He got his DNA test results, Jimmy. Better gird your loins, girl.
Create an eagle dog up there at Hot Dog Heaven for my 8-year-old friend there.
There's an Eagle Jr.
There it is. There is an Eagle Jr.
All right, 407-916-1041. Before we went to break, I told you guys there's a new product coming out, and you are going to literally hate it. Let's see if you guys can whittle it. You see if you can whittle it down. It's a product you consume.
All right.
It's an alcoholic product that you consume.
Beer?
Mushroom beer.
White Claw.
It's, well, I mean, you're getting warm.
Seltzer.
It is a seltzer.
Those hard seltzers.
It is a hard seltzer brought to you by what company?
Budweiser?
Budweiser. What flavor?
Cranberry?
Mango.
Creme brulee.
They already do mango. I think they already have a mango seltzer.
Guacamole.
Not guacamole. Yeah. What season is it?
No.
Pumpkin spice.
No.
Is it pumpkin spice?
Is it pumpkin?
Made with a blend of pumpkin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla. Get ready for Bud Light Pumpkin.
I can feel Xander in his car going, that's un-American.
Bud Light Pumpkin Seltzer is coming to a shelf near you. It'll be available starting September 6th. It says the new drink is part of a fall-themed variety pack that includes flavors like toasted marshmallow seltzer, maple pear seltzer, and apple crisp seltzer, along with pumpkin seltzer.
You know, they say the apple crisp is going to be the next big flavor profile. There you go, Mr. Colbert.
Nice.
That we're going to be hearing about in this fall. Apple spice is taking on pumpkin. Do you know what else you could use that seltzer to wash down?
I do not.
Honey baked ham.
Baked ham what?
Honey baked ham has debuted its pumpkin spice turkey breast.
A what?
Honey baked pumpkin spice turkey breast.
Well, it was nice.
Somebody get that 8-year-old on the phone, please.
I think he's calling.
Let's tell him how un-American pumpkin filled.
Are we really not allowed to talk to children?
No, we're. It's not that we're not allowed to talk to kids. It just doesn't. It doesn't sound good for the show. If you tune into the show and I'm talking to an 8-year-old
who sounds like a you. I think that would be brilliant.
Well, maybe, but I mean, as a rule, we don't like to put super old people on the air. We don't like to put really young people on the air. That's really not what you're supposed to do.
So he says he has a rule to discriminate.
Yes, I have a rule to discriminate. Right, I have a set standard of discrimination, Jeff.
Exactly.
It's our ageism rule.
Yeah, it's our ageism.
God Almighty, man, this pumpkin spice.
I know.
I just posted it, Jim. It's on Twitter at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Will you be drinking or eating a pumpkin spice flavored anything this fall? And you can vote now at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter.
And this is part of a 12-pack thing. It's called their Fall Flannel Seltzer, and it does apple crisp, maple pear, toasted marshmallow, and, of course, pumpkin spice. And the apple crisp thing is interesting because that flavor has been around for a while. They've done that before. It's kind of weird how that's coming back around. Yeah, Deb.
Someone just texted us at 77031 and said Starbucks has an apple crisp macchiato that my wife tried to get today. but it's already sold out.
And it's weird how Starbucks has really kind of set the standard for aren't they responsible for the pumpkin explosion now, right? That everybody else kind of jumped onto? I mean, wasn't it Starbucks who started this? With that pumpkin spice macchiato thing or whatever?
Or a pumpkin spice latte?
Latte, that was it. Yeah, latte. Sorry, I didn't mean to get my fancy coffees wrong.
I've never had one. Are they good?
I mean, yeah, it's like half coffee, half milk or something, right? Half steamed milk and half espresso or something.
That's a latte, but a pumpkin spice?
That's a latte. It's good. It's good.
Is it?
I mean, it's okay. It's like a dessert, though, man. I mean, it's weird calling that coffee to me because it's like a sweet. It's like something you get at Dairy Queen.
I'll be honest with you. I already ripped something that was pumpkin themed.
What do you mean? Wrote something that was pumpkin themed?
Ripped. Jimmy, talk his young language.
Yeah,
you ripped it? What'd you say?
Ripped it, Jimmy.
Yeah, he feathered the rooster.
Yeah, I ripped a pumpkin flavored coffee drink already.
Did you really? From where?
Starbucks.
Did you really?
Yeah.
First day they had it, you had to run in there?
Brew? Was it the pumpkin spice cold brew?
Had to run in there like a basic office worker?
You've been waiting?
Wait. I got to know something. Was it good?
It was solid. It's pretty good.
God, you are such a Karen.
I am not a Karen.
You are a Karen. Who drinks that? You know who drinks that. You know who does it. Soccer moms drink it.
Yeah, and guess what? We have good flavor profiles. We're good with flavor notes, and I am not afraid of. I go back and forth. This is the most bipolar aspect of my personality. Of do I like pumpkin stuff? Do I hate pumpkin stuff? Because sometimes I think the main reason why I don't like pumpkin stuff is that it's too early. It just keeps coming out earlier and earlier.
It is. And there's something like a texture has to be associated with that flavor, right? Like if you're drinking a thin-ass seltzer water and it tastes like a piece of pumpkin pie, isn't that weird to you guys?
Yes.
Like it has to be like pumpkin spice has to be something like creamy or thick. It has to have body to it. To drink water that tastes like pumpkin? I don't know, man.
That's why I'm not going to judge. I'm going to try it, give it a rip, and then see. That's why I know I'm not a Karen, because I'm not judging.
But pumpkin ales, I mean, the texting service checking in, pumpkin ales have been around for a while, but that is considerably different. It really is, because it is different.
I don't know.
It is, because it's a different texture. And when you drink one, I think Shipyard makes a very famous pumpkin ale. There are a number of bakers, but I know Shipyard's for a long time here in Orlando was one that we saw everywhere.
Yeah, Pumpkin King.
And it's a quality product. But, again, I think that with it being a beer, it's heavier. And it fits. It also fits the profile of what makes beer with. But just thin water that tastes like pumpkin is weird.
Pumpkin Head is what is the name of that Shipyard one. And that was, and probably is the most famous pumpkin alcoholic.
That is awesome.
Oh, well, now we have to describe what the difference is.
Well, it's because I just told you, when you pour one of those seltzers, it's going to look like 7-Up. It's going to be clear, and then when you taste it, it's going to taste like pumpkin. There's something weird about that. When you pour one of those beers, it's got that beautiful amber flavor. When you hit it in your nose, you get that beautiful smell of those spices and that pumpkin flavoring coming up into your sinuses, and then it's a good beer. It's delicious.
Who talks about taste and then goes up in your sinuses?
Because that's where you start. Because that's where you taste, dummy. You ever try to taste something and hold your nose?
Yeah, I have done that.
You can't taste it.
I just did that actually like a couple weeks ago because mushrooms taste terrible.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Scott Maxwell up next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
The only thing we ask, make it good. Please. 407-916-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Delays now building eastbound along the 408 at Bumby Avenue. 2 left lanes reportedly blocked with an accident here. And traffic is now backing up northbound along 429 at Plant Street. Both travel lanes are blocked with an accident. Traffic is passing by on the right shoulder. And delays are back to the turnpike. Watch out for a wreck reported along Colonial Drive at Paramore Avenue. And usual stop-and-go traffic westbound I-4 from 192 into 429. See a traffic problem? Call the traffic tip line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by Nader Law Firm. Auto accident, bankruptcy, immigration, insurance claims.
Call attorney Fannie Nader at Nader Law Firm at 407-688-8896. That's 407-688-8896. Offices Orlando.
We mentioned our pumpkin spice question is on Twitter. It's at Jim Colbert Show. It's brought to you by WeAreNotTheBanks.com. If you're ready to start looking for a new home or refinance the one you're in, you need Brad Siebert at WeAreNotTheBanks.com. I worked with Brad. I did a refi several years ago. It was great. It was very quick. Brad let me know everything I needed every step of the way, and it was a real easy process for a refi. Also, he does new homes as well, and he handles all types of loans, VA, conventional, FHA, jumbo loans of all sizes for all types of buyers. I trust WeAreNotTheBanks.com. They handled my refi. They can take care of yours as well. Just go to WeAreNotTheBanks.com and get started. NMLS ID number 205696. Equal Opportunity Lender.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Ready for an oil change? Visit the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to get everything you need. Right now, get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil for just $28.95 and earn double O Rewards points with your purchase. Protect your engine against sludge and wear with Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil. On sale now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
See dealer for details. It's the no-pay Labor Day event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Now through Monday, shop our entire new and used vehicle inventory and pay no money down. No payments for 90 days and no interest financing. Plus, record high trade-in value for your vehicle. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com.
What happens when you combine juicy jumbo chicken wings with the iconic sauces of Tijuana Flats? New Tijuana Wings, available in 5 iconic flavors. Eating is believing. Order on the app or at TijuanaFlats.com.
Well, hello, Winn-Dixie. Time to soak up the last of these summer savings. Right now, T-bone steaks are just $7.99 a pound. Bro, that's certified Angus beef bread. Oh, and I can get 5 ears of corn for just $1. Well, shucks, that's a win. Best quality and winning rewards. Just gotta scan my Winn-Dixie app at checkout. Now that's a win for my wallet. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win. Price is valid through September 7th with Winn-Dixie Rewards. See store for details.
You may not be planning to get stopped at a rail crossing today, but trains can come at any time. When you approach a rail crossing, stop before the pavement markings that look like white connecting X's. Never stop on the tracks or drive around lowered gates. Remember, slow down. Keep clear of the tracks by staying outside of the dynamic envelope and stay alert. Plans can wait. Trains can't. The department's efforts are ongoing, so follow FDOT on social for more updates.
One of the biggest issues for men over the age of 45 is erectile dysfunction. Newly introduced European technology is now available and has proven to be over 85% successful in treating ED. Here's Dr. Brown with Peak Performance for Men and local top doctor for ED.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow, which is critical in achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to rid those blood vessels of the plaque and scar tissue buildup and stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no downtime, no medications, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today at 407-464-8181. That's 407-464-8181. Don't wait. Get the intimacy you deserve, naturally. Call Peak Performance for Men today at 407-464-8181.
How much do you really know about John Lennon? Blood on the Tracks, The John Lennon Story is a new podcast hosted by Jake Brennan about Lennon's post-Beatles years in the turbulent, political, and violent 1970s, told from the perspective of those who knew him best.
I knew where the relationship was going. John no longer wanted me around, I guess. So we made a deal and both got what we wanted. I got $90,000 from a Capitol Records exec, and John got to move on without me.
Listen to Blood on the Tracks, The John Lennon Story on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Radio. Radio.
104.1. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
I do my hair.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well every Wednesday. Right now, we invite our good friend Scott Maxwell to drop by. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel, and you can read his column Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And, of course, follow him on Twitter at Scott_Maxwell. Scott, how are you, buddy? Welcome to the program.
I am doing great. How about you guys?
Doing well. Before we get started, did you hear the segment before? Bud Light is introducing a pumpkin spice seltzer to the market. Are you a pumpkin spice person? Wait, before you answer, let's go around the room real quick. Jack, do you think that Scott is a pumpkin spice anything person?
No, not by the way he was, that face he just made.
Exactly.
Ross?
You know, on the outside looking in, I would say there's a chance, but he likes bourbon, so I'm going no.
Deborah?
Considering the look on his face he just had, big no.
Wow, he's a pretty good card player. I wonder if that was a.
No, that was honest.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with it is a guilty pleasure of Scott's, and that's why he made that face, because he's embarrassed to say that he has a guilty pleasure of pumpkin spice something. Scott, what say you?
Right. I admit that I was in an all-male a cappella singing group in college, but I'm embarrassed to say I like pumpkin spice. That's the truth I'm living. No, I actually do like pumpkin spice when it comes to coffee and things like that. I'll take a latte, but that face was genuine when it refers to anything alcoholic. That sounds nasty.
Like a seltzer sounds weird too, because I was like, there's a weird thing. It's like when you order something, like you order a tea and then you get brought Diet Coke. It's still not a bad drink, but you have a repulsive reaction to it because you're already prepped yourself to be ready for tea. It's the same thing like milk, and that's the same thing with these seltzers. You pour it out, it's clear, and you taste it. It tastes like pumpkin. There's something's got to be there.
Plus, we got a problem down here. Everybody else is already busting out the pumpkin spice, whatever. It's still 190 degrees in Central Florida.
Exactly.
My daughter.
We don't get pumpkin latte weather until mid-February.
My kids who live in Denver and in Seattle relish this time of year. They were just in town for my mom's funeral. We were talking about it, and they're like, "Oh man, it is open season in those areas up there, specifically in Seattle, where I think they consume more coffee than anywhere else in the nation, or definitely one of the places they consume it." But they love that. They love that pumpkin spice. And you would think that would be uncool there, considering how hip that market's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of seltzer in general. I don't quite get it. But
yeah, me either, buddy.
It's for the hips. It's a lot less calories.
It's a cooler wine.
But if I'm going to have that, I'd probably just soon have a Bud Light than a seltzer.
Yeah. I'm with you there, man. And the thing is, you get flavored Bud Lights as well. You get that Bud Light Lime is like one of their best-selling products. I don't get that either.
Go ahead.
It is the cooler wine cooler. Friday night when I was up in Jersey, I was in a liquor store and I watched these 4 20-somethings come in, and they were all standing in front of the counter debating the different flavor, which flavor was better, either the mango or the blackberry or whatever, and they all left with their different flavored seltzers.
Oh, yeah. It's a giant, but man, that business, God almighty. I mean, there's a reason there's a lot of people in that business. There is a lot of money to be made in the beverage.
That new Happy Dad one is like all about trying to get the young male hipsters in on this. And,
but they don't have to worry about that. White Claw did that 10 years ago. When White Claw got introduced, it is still like the OG of those seltzer beverage those companies. I mean, that stuff was introduced just like Red Bull. I mean, White Claw, I remember being the very first one they rolled out, and nobody was like drinking it, and all of a sudden they would go to these frat parties, and these frat boys are just hammering these things because, like Ross said, you can get them at 5%. It's just like drinking a beer, but you don't get all those calories, and you don't get weighed down. You know.
And have you noticed that the White Claw knows their market? If you watch their videos, it looks like a Klan rally set to upbeat music. I mean, these are white people and only white people they are marketing this stuff to.
All right, 407-916-1041. Scott Maxwell here.
If they're a sponsor, my apologies.
From the Orlando.
No, just if you need him for the deposition, it's Scott _Maxwell. Right?
Yeah, it's easy to find. He can just go to the Sentinel office. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Jimmy.
Don't they have a new
I'll
one?
have you know, we have offices, Jim. We just don't use them very often.
Right. I hear you have to scurry off the riffraff out front, so there are no problems.
I went to the office for the first time in several weeks, and the first thing I did was take a swig of coffee and pour it down my shirt. And I was like, yes, now I am back in the office. This is like the old days.
We announced Amy Drew Thompson joining us for Primetime Kitchen. It's going to be a new feature here on the show on Fridays at 4 o'clock. She's, of course, the food writer there at the Sentinel, and a wonderful person, by the way. And it's going to be a really fun new chapter in Primetime Kitchen. And I was doing a little Zoom with her yesterday morning to talk about the segment and stuff, and she's like, I haven't even been in the new office. I don't even know where it is. Nobody goes in. She sits there on her couch and bangs out her pieces, and that's it.
Well, she's also all over the place. I mean, she's going like you. She's going to food in Volusia out in Lake County. Great. And here's a bit of trivia you may know. She wrote for a lot of well-known national publications before she came to us. Do you know what the most surprising one she wrote for before she came here?
I think she write for either she wrote for the New York Times or the Miami Herald, I think, at one point.
Those are both very reputable institutions, but they're not the one I'm thinking of, Playgirl.
Oh, that's right. I remember, because I remember talking to her about it, like how far we can go with those things. And she said she wrote some pieces for that. She actually said that was a really good job and she enjoyed it.
I imagine. Yeah, I was going to say, they probably don't clamp down too much over there.
Yeah, we'll get to know her in a couple weeks as we introduce Primetime Kitchen as a segment on the show.
I'm going to have to ask her about the on-the-job perks.
Yeah. I don't know. There are many. We were talking a little bit earlier, Scott, before we came on the show today. I was asking what was going on, and there's an interesting thing. There are a couple of things we could talk about. Of course, the politics that you see first and foremost with Afghanistan and stuff. We could talk about that. I wanted to focus on something a little more positive. You sent me over this story about the Orlando Sentinel investigation with problems using with force at OPD. Now, we lived through this. And, this happened just, not that long ago. And I remember this rolling through and it being a big problem with them paying an attorney to investigate. But you said there's been a little turnaround in the case. Tell us what's going on.
I have, and you're right. I think the story deserves a little setup. If you go back a few years, maybe like a decade or so, I think there was a real problem with force used on OPD, and there were a couple of cases that you may remember that were just really rotten. One involved a World War II veteran, 80-some years old, that the cop, he said the vet got lippy with him, flips him upside down, slams him on the ground, breaks his neck.
Yes.
Now, the vet probably shouldn't have gotten lippy with him, but he's 80-some years old, and we don't break people's neck. That wasn't even necessarily the problem. That was a problem. The problem was that the chief, and that was Val Demings at the time, and the whole department, they didn't even order an internal affairs investigation. Normally you're used to having like an IA investigation and then they clear something that shouldn't be. They didn't even order an IA. Well, it took a jury about, I think, 45 minutes to award that guy about $800,000 to say, of course, this was wrong. That was just one of them. Another case that got a lot of attention. There was a young woman, I think she was 19 years old.
Staircase?
An officer. No, that's yet another one. The staircase. This she was downtown. She was thrown face first into the pavement, shattering her teeth, and she was charged with a crime for assaulting an officer until local media. And I got to give, I think it was Channel 6 got this credit, got some of those eye in the camera, hadn't done anything. She hadn't touched him at all. I mean, maybe she waved her finger or something like that, but it didn't go down like he said. So 6 years ago, we launched an investigation, and we had a team of reporters. They spent 10 months on this, combing through reports. And what they came up with, the conclusion was that OPD was using force on people. You can argue whether it was justifiable or not, using force, tasers or stun guns, fists.
There was a culture of
units.
There was a culture of it.
There were more than other similar size, including other similar size cities that have tourists, because that was one of the excuses like New Orleans. I think it was 3 times, and using it especially more on people of color. Black people were getting used force on twice as often as their populations.
And let me clear this up real quick. I mean, those incidences didn't happen in tourist sections, did they?
No, you're right. I mean, there may have been some, but virtually all the ones we're talking about were in the downtown vicinity. You're absolutely right. So we spent 10 months on this. And we thought, well, here's the, we want to see what the data shows. And we got ready to run it. And the city went absolutely ape, Buddy Dyer and the city attorney and police chief back then, John Mina, they brought in an attorney, not just any attorney. They brought in Barry Richard, who was George W. Bush's attorney in the recount, paid him $880 an hour. That's taxpayer money, to try to stop us from publishing this report and to try to, change the narrative. That
On what
didn't
grounds?
work.
On what grounds did they try to do that?
Oh, well, they said our comparison wasn't fair. Now, keep in mind, we asked them for their numbers. That's how the whole thing started. We said, can we have your force, your data reports on how often you use force? They said, no, we don't keep it. We said, okay, well, then we're going to spend a year compiling the information ourselves. And after we did, they said, we don't like your data. That was part of it. They also didn't want the officers. Oh, I left out one other important thing. One of the other things the team found was that while there was a lot of violence, it was very few officers that were responsible for the cases over and over again, the proverbial bad apples. And they didn't want the officers named. And we thought that, if these people had been had jury verdicts against them, people deserved to know who they were. This was all public record. Anyway, that's sort of the back setup. We ran the story all together. The city did not like it. Flash forward to now, on the wake of George Floyd on those protests, Buddy Dyer and Police Chief Orlando Rolone and the council said, you know what, we want to take a hard look at ourselves. And they commissioned a report, and they spent a good deal of money bringing in an agency that's looked at some hardcore police departments, LA, Chicago, Baltimore. And after another 10 months, this consulting group found a lot of issues, including, surprise, surprise, there were excessive force things, and that force was used way more often on Black people. Now, I could have written a column that was basically, ha ha, we told you so. But instead, as you pointed out, I viewed this as good news because it showed a change in culture, in my estimation, in that now the city was not only acknowledging some of the problems, it was looking for ways to fix it. And one of the lines that our Chief Rolone said that I liked, and I hope he means it, and I have no reason to believe he doesn't. He said, I believe I support 100% the recommendations in this report. There were 216 recommendations in this report for how Orlando OPD needed to change things.
And what a message does that send to the city of Orlando? I mean, if you're really trying to clean up your act when you bring in somebody who's going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and then you don't really hide from the information, much like they tried 2 years back. That's the reason I wanted to focus on this today, is because, look, I mean, the part of progress, I mean, you can look back and you can continually hold them to the fire, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if they're trying to make progress and trying to make the good decisions, you need to give them credit where credit is due. And if you're trying to send a message to the city of Orlando that, hey, look, yeah, we do have problems and there's some people out there that deserve to be regulated, but we promise that we're at least going to try to do it in a better way that doesn't lead to more confrontation between our citizens and our officers, which is what we should be doing across the nation, decompressing the situation. A lot of times, and sometimes, of course, that doesn't work. People need force to be used on them. But, this goes back with training officers a little better and then making sure that the bad ones get kind of noted out by the ones that aren't bad. And it seems like like you're saying, I mean, when you go back and you can look at the data, and the data says, hey, look, we got about 9 guys here that like to do these things. They think it's fun slamming people to the ground or up against a car or doing that TV cop stuff we see so much. They seem to like that. So we need to isolate those dudes and figure out what's going on. Or ladies, I should say.
And one of the problems has often been that the union has been, they defend this no matter what. Even when juries say it was wrong, the union says it's good. And the city council and the mayor have traditionally not pushed back at the union. Why? Because they want the union endorsements in their own campaigns each time those go around. So it's become this cyclical thing. There are great cops out there. And Lord knows I've told those stories. I've been out to a gym in Paramore at midnight and watched cops play basketball and written about that. I've seen them out on the lake with the dragon boats where they're mentoring. We write those stories. I think most cops, I don't think you go into that business for the most part unless you really care about your community. But you get these handfuls. And when these handfuls of people like you're talking about cause problems and the blue wall of silence goes up and the instinctual reaction is to say we did nothing wrong, that sends a bad message. what the chief did, what the mayor did, what the union even did, to give them credit, we'll see, but they said they're on board, is they said it's time for something different, and we can do better, and I want to give them credit for that.
Yeah, the brotherhood itself needs new rules. The problem is, the chief, we all know that internally, police officers, fire department, whatever, there are a lot of these people who do this. There's a brotherhood internally with officers. And what you need is a brotherhood that manages itself a little bit better so it never makes that way. In other words, the people who are the bad ones need to be regulated internally before it ever makes it to chief or lone. That should be handled internally. There should be leaders inside that department that are empowered to do that. Black, white, Asian, Latino, it does not matter. There should be someone who stands up and goes, look, man, you cannot do that. This entire department's reputation rides on what we do out in public. You cannot do that and self-regulate. I mean, I know that's a hard thing to do and just tell people, because like with any major organization, whether it be a church or a police department, there's always going to be those internal niches that make it very difficult to make decisions like that. But those can be wired and wormed out, I believe.
I absolutely agree with that. I think it makes your department stronger. I'm not going to hold a newspaper up as the mantle of everything that's good in the world, but we've had our problems before. And I don't know, about 10 years ago, we had an issue where a reporter wrote something that was questionable. We sicked our own investigative team on that reporter and ended up writing a front page story about everything that we thought she got wrong. I believe that bolsters our credibility. I don't believe acknowledging that we have a problem makes us weaker. It says that this isn't something we're tolerating and this is something we're going to do better. That's what I think you're talking about. We need to see from the officers.
Yeah, that's the progress I'm talking about. We always hear in the world of therapy, hey, admitting the problem is step one type thing. Well, I mean, it seems like this is step one for the mayor and for the chief, that they have an issue internally, and hopefully they can implement a program that will kind of weed these guys out, either give them the therapy they need or the training they need, or get them the F out of the business to begin with. They just simply.
And I'll give them another tip of the cap. And that is that if you look back at the protests we saw last summer, Orlando did not have the kind of violence that a lot of other cities had. And I give the OPD a lot of credit for that. I think officers went out there and some of them took a knee with the protesters. They said, we understand what you're protesting. We're not in favor of what officers did. So I think there's been something of a turn. I don't think our department's perfect, but this showed a pretty significant commitment that's got me optimistic.
Yeah, me too, man. I was when we chatted a little bit this morning, I was like, well, you know what? We could talk about that other stuff that's just such a drag and everybody knows it. There's really no way for us to manage that. But here in our city where we live, somebody's trying to make some progress and do something good, and to not shine a little light on that, I think would be almost irresponsible. So good job. And of course, everybody can read that right now. Scott_Maxwell. What else you got coming up this week and weekend, buddy?
I have more good news. Actually, I have some really crappy news. I just posted something about the Trump Pam Bondi investigation that sort of steams my clam. But back to more good news. This Sunday is my annual list of 10 people who make Orlando a better place to live.
Where did I fall? Where did I fall? I got some money. Listen, I've got a little small bet with my wife on where I fell on this list, and it's above or below 5. So if I landed on 5,
who took the under? the below.
My wife took the under.
Wait. Oh, interesting.
I'll put it to you this way. I only think one radio person has made this list before, and it was Phillips after he retired.
You can't give it to him while he's here. It looks terrible.
Oh my God, you guys in your heads to begin with. If I put you on there now.
Amen.
There are usually, there are sometimes some media folks, but it was nice. I put out a call for nominations, had more than 100 different people nominated, which just makes you feel good about it. And the nominations came from all walks of life. There's an interesting one that comes from, for instance, Stan Van Gundy nominated.
Because of his Twitter account?
Well, he was on Twitter when he saw me put up a call, but he came up with a couple. I don't want to give it away because it's all surprise, but it's a couple that I was not terribly familiar with, and I did some research, and I thought he got it right, so we'll have them on the list.
All right, so we have that coming up this weekend. Again, Scott_Maxwell. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, you can read him right there in the Sentinel. By the way, you can get that sent to you via email. I get that. That's how I get mine digitally every single morning. I urge you to do the same thing. Support the paper, and of course, we'll have now 2 personalities, not only Scott Maxwell, but Amy Drew Thompson from the paper on soon. We like to support as much as possible.
And I always genuinely appreciate those plugs. And, I rarely do it. But I should tell you, on your listeners right now, we have some insane promo going on right now where it's like $1. for it's either the rest of the year or 6 months of online subscription. So it's nuts for right now.
And just for the Sunday paper alone, it would be worth it because of all the coupon sheets and things like that. And you can print those out right there on your printer at home. I use that to get all my puzzles and crossword puzzles, the New York Times and the big.
I love that about you. That's cute. That's endearing.
So you get all that great stuff as well. Scott said it right there. OrlandoSentinel.com. Go over there and grab yourself a subscription. Scott, as always, good seeing you, brother.
My pleasure, yes.
Scott, hang on. I need to talk to you, sir.
Oh, God.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That's not good when Jack says that.
It is good.
Chances are you owe him money.
Unlike
I do not owe Jack.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up, guys. It is time for trivia. We'll do that next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO Moving.com.
This is Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Insperity.
Number 4 Ohio State travels to Minnesota, starting the season with a Big Ten matchup. Is this the year the Buckeyes can return to the pinnacle of college football? Last season, they came up a little short against Alabama in the national title game. With quarterback Justin Fields gone to the NFL, redshirt freshman C.J. Stroud looks to step in and lead this Ohio State offense looking for its 5th straight Big Ten championship. I'm Chris Collinsworth.
Providing scalable HR services, employee benefits, payroll, and HR technology for 30-plus years. Insperity's mission is to help businesses succeed so communities prosper. Insperity, HR that makes a difference. Visit Insperity.com.
Look, man, Complete Power Resources is CPR for your home or business when the power goes out. Standby generators, these guys have them. They install them and they inventory them as well. Plus, they're professionally trained, licensed, insured, bonded, background checked, and even COVID-19 tested. Knowledgeable installers. The electricians are the absolute best. They come in the company uniform, no subcontractors. They actually work for the company. And when it comes to selling you generators, man, you know the deal. You drive by a house, you see that generator out back, and it's got to make you a little jealous knowing they're never going to be in the dark during one of these terrible afternoon storms or even during one of these hurricanes. Complete Power Resources is going to get you the generator of your dreams. Briggs & Stratton, Generac, Kohler, Cummins, they have them all. And like I said, they carry an extensive inventory. They're ready to get you the generator right now. Plus, they're knowledgeable in all brands, and they'll give you the information you need as well. It's Complete Power Resources. They handle everything, including the permitting, and they're ready to get you the generator of your dreams right now. Hop on board and book your appointment. It's CompletePowerResources.com.
You like it iced. You like it hot. You like it sweet, not sweet. Cold brew, nitro cold brew, different bean varieties, specialty coffees, various coffee bar toppings. In summary, we have coffee. So much coffee. Is that what you want? Oh, we know. 7-Eleven, take it to 11.
See 7-Eleven app for participating U.S. stores.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery. Ends Labor Day.
Get ready. Saving starts with Xfinity. Because when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Enjoy fast, reliable internet at home and nationwide 5G on the go, included at no extra cost. That means you can connect to everything you love, whether you're a next-level gaming aficionado, an online shopping mastermind, or crushing that research project. So go ahead, stream on all your devices or video chat from anywhere and save hundreds while doing it, because saving starts with Xfinity. Get Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile and ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. Don't miss out. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Internet offer ends 9/7/21 and requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Savings based on optimized pricing. Actual savings may vary.
I want to break free.
Break free in 2022 with Norwegian's Labor Day sale.
Book your cruise today and enjoy 30% off, free open bar, and much more. With our leading health and safety program, you can cruise with the ultimate freedom on 100% fully vaccinated ships that are fully open to explore. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Offer ends soon. Norwegian Cruise Line. Sail safe, feel free. Ships registry, the Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
Hey there, homeowners. Are you experiencing pipe leaks? Do you have warm spots in your slab floor, or is your water bill unexpectedly high? A whole house repipe with brand new high-quality PEX or copper will permanently solve the problem. Repipe Specialists. Repipe in just 1 to 2 days at half the cost of a plumber with a lifetime guarantee. We'll even take 20% off our already low price and receive 0% interest when you call today at 407-449-8973. 407-449-8973. Or visit us at repipe.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With a SunTrust checking account, stay on top of your money with all the right ingredients. Get free helpings to online resources and tools to help make your money grow. Manage your spending by receiving alerts. And help yourself to seconds on your money with cash back with SunTrust deals. Open an account today at suntrust.com/checking. Must have online banking to participate in SunTrust deals. SunTrust, now Truist. Member FDIC.
Still showing the world every aspect of your life on social media? Yep, us too. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that very much. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I am Jim. Deb is here along with Jack, and Ross has the sauce jar.
All aboard! I have a beautiful pair of tickets to Island H2O Live.
Nice.
You got to hit it with that exclamation point. That's right. You can splash, slide, and soak up the fun this fall at Island H2O Live's water park. Also, for a limited time, you can purchase a 2022 season pass and get this fall, wait for it, for free.
Love it.
Starting September 1st, pay just $99.99 for unlimited admission for the 2022 season and get free parking. You don't ever hear those words, free parking, when it comes to any.
No.
Yeah, well, this is the place, man. A free souvenir bottle with discounted refills. Oh my God. You can also +1 bring a friend free ticket. This is an amazing deal. And the rest of the 2021 season through November 28th for free.
And this property is beautiful, by the way. I mean, it is so much fun, and it's all self-included. Plenty of food, tons of stuff to do with the family. It's great.
And it's just simply put, very fun. Also, in the sauce jar is more of a heads up. We almost done with this, guys.
That's
the
right.
summer stuff is coming to an end, but not quite yet. If you win trivia today, your name, your phone number, going on a list, then me and Jack are going to randomly select 3 people off that list. And for the record, more Jack than me. Don't hate me if you don't get chosen. It's definitely Jack's fault if you weren't chosen. But those 3 people are going to be given some of the best prizes we as a show have ever given away. I'm talking about a 70-inch television. I'm talking about a MacBook Pro. I'm talking about a PlayStation 5 bundle. All right? That's harder to find than a biological parent, okay?
Oh, God.
Was that harsh? I don't know.
No, it's good.
But that is what is in your sauce jar. which is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Go local with your move. It can be residential or commercial. And if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, you'll get a discount. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Jim, back to you.
Thanks so much, Deb. Appreciate that very much. Ross, who goes first today, buddy?
Let's go with John, because it's biblical.
John, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
That's good, Jim. How are you?
Great, man. Want to play a little game with us?
I do.
Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
All right, John, it's pretty easy, buddy. I've got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of the answers is a lie. If you can find that lie, I will send you to the sauce jar where those tickets await for Island H2O and, of course, your entry into the Summer of Stuff. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
You a music fan?
I am.
Very good. On this day in 1946, singer, songwriter, musician, member of one of the most successful family bands in history. His songs defined an era.
David Cassidy.
Spoofed on Saturday Night Live.
Barry Gibb.
Barry Gibb is the answer. Today is Barry Gibb's birthday, 75 years old today. Here are 3 fun facts about Barry and 1 lie that can tell by your walk that you're a woman's man and you got no time to talk. Number 1. Before music caught his ear, he was an avid surfer in his home country of Australia. Number 2, at 18 months old, Barry was so badly burned by spilled tea he almost died, spent 70 days in a hospital. Number 3, Barry Gibb has written number 1 songs in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And lastly, he was very close friends with Michael Jackson, who used to get wine drunk at his house and pass out on the floor. Which one of those is a lie?
Let's go with number 1.
Number 1 is absolutely correct. Yeah, you got it right, buddy, right off the bat. You are a winner.
They're laughing at you, Jim. They're laughing at you.
Was it a guess?
Straight guess.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Now,
there you go.
I thought
Straight
for
guess.
sure the Michael Jackson one.
I thought it was the T because I thought he was a surfer. I thought he did surf.
Well, I didn't know if he did. I know Australia has a lot of surfers there, and I figure I can make that conjunction, or that junction. But good job, buddy. You are the winner. You are now going to Island H2O, and of course, you're in the Summer of Stuff. But at 18 months old, he was so badly burned by spilled tea, the doctor actually told his mother that he had 30 minutes to live.
Oh.
That's how bad it was. He has written number 1 songs, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. So for 50 years, this guy's turned out number 1 hits.
That's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. I mean, it is genuinely unbelievable. There are so many stats with this guy. You know, at one point, he had written from December of 1977 to September of 78, I think, of all the number 1 hits that made number 1 in that 1 year, he wrote 7 of them.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. He was very close. I mean, really close friends with Michael Jackson, who used to come to his house in Miami, and people would find out he was there. He would sit and watch TV coverage of people freaking out outside the house and laugh about it. He also said Mike likes wine, loves wine, and used to get wine drunk and pass out on his floor all the time in Miami. It was kind of where he went to escape. And they were close friends. He actually had a very sweet thing. He goes, I miss Michael so much. Apparently they had a lot of cool stuff together. A couple other things before we find out about Ross Thoughts today. For 27 of the 37 weeks from December 24th through September 78, number 1 singles in the U.S. featured Barry Gibb as a writer. How Deep Is Your Love, Staying Alive, Night Fever, Andy Gibb's Thicker Than Water, Shadow Dancing, and Yvonne Elfman's If I Can't Have You. Plus, he wrote Frankie Valli's Grease as well. All of those songs appeared as number 1 hits in less than 1 year. He had that decade by the balls. He's been married to Linda Gray for over 50 years. Married to the same woman for 50 years.
I didn't know it was Linda Gray.
When he travels, I don't think it's the same one.
Oh, okay.
It's not the. I know exactly because I had to clear it too. I thought it was the same one. It's not. When he travels, he uses the name Johnny Hayes.
Not anymore.
Oh, now we know.
And then lastly here, although he's left-handed, he plays the guitar right-handed on stage. There you go. Barry Gibb turned 75 today and one of the most talented guys to write music in the last 100 years for sure.
Real cool documentary on HBO Max as well, The Bee Gees.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a must.
I remember you mentioning that.
I mean, whether you like them or not, just the run that this guy has had as a musician is genuinely one of the most impressive songwriting runs in history. He wrote Islands in the Stream for Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I think he co-wrote that song, plus tons of other gigantic hits as well. Ross, what's coming up for thoughts, buddy?
Guys, I was 30 minutes late to work, and I will tell you why I am proud that I am 30 minutes late to work today.
I'm dying to hear that one.
Oh.
That's next.
Measuring success by the number of childhood traumas uncovered.
Your father and I are going to the store.
Per show.
To buy lubricant.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center. Car crash? Call Clausman Law.
Crash now reported along Pine Hills at Old Winter Garden Road, and authorities are on scene of a vehicle fire along Edgewater Drive at Forest City Road. Eastbound traffic along the 408 still slow from I-4 into Bumby Avenue with an earlier accident that is clearing. Northbound traffic along 429 slowing down from the Turnpike into Plant Street with a wreck that's now off to the side. And eastbound I-4 very slow from John Young Parkway into Lee Road. Westbound I-4 is slow from Lee Road through downtown into the 408. From the traffic center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Get a king bed for a queen price at Mattress Firm. Save up to $500 during the best Labor Day sale ever on top-rated brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 or more.
Business owners, are you feeling the pressures of running your business? There's a limit to what you can do and still keep employees engaged. Insperity can help. They put 30 years of HR experience to work helping you with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance the entire time, giving your employees competitive benefit options. And because you're able to focus on other priorities, your employees can thrive and your business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. We're talking full-service HR, employee benefits, HR technology. It's Insperity. It's HR that makes a difference.
Is an Amscot cash advance right for you? Compare for yourself. Often, it can be less than the late fee on an overdue bill. With Amscot, you could get up to $500 on the spot with no credit check. Amscot. Some restrictions apply.
It gets hot in the summertime, and last year, I'm so glad I found Mills Air because they were able to switch out my old system for a Carrier system, and I saved so much money when it comes to my power bill. It is millsair.com. That's millsair.com. Have them check out your system, millsair.com.
You've poured Tijuana flat sauces on tacos, slathered them on burritos, maybe even knocked back a few shots at our hot bar. But now, the iconic Tijuana flat sauces you burn for are even more epic thanks to our new Tijuana Wings. Get juicy, jumbo chicken wings in Tex mesmerizing flavors like habanero agave glaze and limited time garlic parmesan. Order your Tijuana Wings starting at $9.99 on the app or at TijuanaFlats.com.
Hey, I'm Robert Evans, and bad news, everything's kind of collapsing. Good news, collapse means we have some opportunities to maybe make a better world, or at least a different one. On my new show, It Could Happen Here, Monday through Friday, we'll chronicle the collapse in real time, and we'll hook you up with the people who have a vision for a better future, so that you can make the new world better than the old one. Listen to It Could Happen Here on the iHeartRadio app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's hot. It's humid. You wanted a relaxed pool party / barbecue. You got the human tsunami instead. Cannonball! Today, he's going for a world record splash that'll send inflatable swans into orbit. Dripping wet, you grab an ice cold can of Heineken. Watch out! When another man-child-made wave embraces you. Incoming! It's okay, though. He's not splashing you. He's adding more refreshment to your refreshment. Heineken. Where others see annoying splashers, we see immediate refreshment. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy responsibly.
When I lost my Chase debit card, I was like... But I locked my card on my Chase mobile app, and that feels like... That's what security feels like. Card locked.
Check and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Learn more at chase.com/banking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Enroll in Chase online or on the Chase mobile app. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life. pumpkinspace.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
There's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. Sip into fall with a $3 medium pumpkin cream cold brew or a pumpkin spice signature latte. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply. Valid on pumpkin spice signature latte only and all cold foam cold brew.
This Labor Day, put an end to junk sleep. Right now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on our top-rated brands when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 on Sealy. Or shop Tempur-Pedic and save up to $700 on adjustable mattress sets. With our highly trained sleep experts and our low price guarantee, you can rest assured you'll get the best bed at the best price. Unjunk your sleep, only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/sale.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1 is brought to you by the City of Mount Dora.
If your grocery delivery is just okay, that's not okay. But good news, now Kroger is here to not just deliver groceries, but over-deliver with freshness guaranteed. And the coolest trucks, literally. They're refrigerated to beat the heat, so your salad always has that farm fresh snap. Sound more than okay? Then order today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
For a limited time, you can get $15 off your next 3 orders for savings up to $45. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the personal injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studio. Car accidents, other injuries, call pound 546 from your cell or visit whenyouneedus.com. You're listening to WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook.
Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Man, whatever. This guy's a monster. God bless you, Barry Gibb or Gary Bibb. Either way,
Both of them.
Both of you guys are brilliant.
There's so many of those brothers.
There's like 50 of them. There's Barry, Maurice, Andy, and which one am I missing?
Oh, I don't know. Wait, Maurice.
Barry, Maurice,
Sam.
Andy, and
Not Sam.
Oh.
Johnny.
he was the ugly one.
Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Ross.
No, it wasn't Ross. Oh my God, I cannot believe I cannot remember this.
Thought you were a fan.
Robin.
There we
God
go.
almighty, good job.
Kind of close to Ross.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am the Jim part. The Deb part is right there.
Hello.
The Jack part is right there.
Yeah.
And the sauce part is on the way.
It's
it up.
weird. It's funny.
Let's go.
You're
Sometimes
such a douche.
it's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Oh, man.
Your
It's
hair, buddy.
Ross thoughts.
Your hair is special right now, kid.
My hair is getting worse by the day.
If I had to, if I could take hair, if I could grow it, and I had to wear it like that, I would say bald.
Okay. Well,
That's a little harshish.
it's either looking like the difference is that my hair makes me look sick, and Jim's hair makes him look sick.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Damn.
Guys, welcome to Ross Thoughts. That's a harsh appetizer,
Yeah.
and here we go.
All right.
Last night, guess what I got to do?
What's that? Well, we know it wasn't wash your hair.
It was not.
What?
I went to Halloween Horror Nights.
Did you really? How did you do that? Oh, I
Yeah.
forget. Yeah,
They have
you're connected.
Yeah, I'm connected over there. I got into the preview, and it is phenomenal.
Is it
this
really?
year. It's so good.
Okay, so it's funny enough. Just short story. We usually get hired to go out there and broadcast. I don't think we're doing that this year. They're cutting back on some other things like that, so we're not going to be out there. But usually we would get a ticket package as payment to go out there. We're not getting it. My wife was on the phone today making sure that she could get express passes and stuff to go. I told her it is going to be unbelievably packed this year.
And it was just amazing. First of all, Haunting of Hill House, Beetlejuice, the Beetlejuice house.
We've come for your daughter, Chuck.
I heard that.
You did?
I heard that last night. And
Did you think of me?
I thought of you.
So cool.
And your oddly great impression of Beetlejuice.
We've come for your daughter.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. Phenomenal. Bride of Frankenstein house. Beautiful. They have a house that is made for the fans of that event that they're just going to like horror nerdgasm. It's the Halloween Horror Nights Icons Captured. So it's all of the icons from all of the years past, all in one house.
Oh yeah,
phenomenal.
Like 13 ghosts. Did you guys see that? Or was it Cabin in the Woods had it?
But hands down, my favorite house, and I can honestly say this without any doubt.
No hesitation whatsoever.
It blew my mind. It stole my heart. People are going to lose their mind over the Wicked Growth.
The Wicked Growth.
Jimmy watches that on TLC.
Realm of the Pumpkin.
Realm of the Pumpkin.
Jim, they have a pumpkin house.
It's Spice Latte.
They have a pumpkin house. It is so unbelievably cool.
It's just a Starbucks full of Mandys.
And Karens.
And you got to wait 4 hours in line to get through it.
Oh, man. It is. That house blew me away. It was amazing. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say, the insides of a pumpkin and how kind of gross that is. Yeah.
A whole bunch of that.
Spoil it. They ain't paying.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about.
So when you go into that house, do they say, "Can I get something started for you?"
I heard that you're looking for a mild spice that's just limited in flavor, but perfect for the season. No,
you want a cold brew.
Also, the food is also really cool. Jim, they have this melted candied apple thing that just looks like a it just looks like a piece of body.
Oh yeah, it's like a piece of meat.
Yeah, it just
like
looks,
a heart.
Yeah, it looks like human flesh without the skin. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Tasted cool. Tasted
All right.
great. And this is where we start getting into the real Ross thoughts.
Okay, here we go.
They have a drink. It's like they set up like Food and Wine a little bit, where each part of the park has their own like drink and food that is themed for that one stand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really cool.
So I went ahead, started drinking.
Okay, so drinking around Halloween Horror Nights now.
You can now drink. You've heard about drinking around the world. Well,
sure, yeah.
You can drink around the nightmares now.
Great, because drinking never causes nightmares.
And I started off my night. I went home. I was like, you know what? Let me have a shot of tequila. And then I realized my fiance isn't ready yet. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just get another shot of tequila.
One more shot of tequila should do it. That should make it faster.
What's it going to hurt?
And then I see the straightener get pulled out. And I'm like,
that's another 10 minutes.
That's enough. That's going to be like another 5-7 minutes. Maybe kissing 10 if I'm lucky. Let me get one little tug of tequila before I go. Show up, find out you can drink around nightmares.
So this was pre-HHN. This was going in. You're 3 tequila shots going into the joint.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jim.
Had you eaten?
No.
Oh,
no. I did not. I did not think this out.
All right, 3 pounded tequila shots and then right into Halloween Horror Night. So far, so good.
First thing that we do, Olivia, my beautiful fiance, is like, hey, we should get a drink. I haven't gotten a drink. And I was like, hell yeah.
Right. I've already had all of them.
So I go ahead, get a beer. I get a Rogue. You know, the Rogue, I believe it's a lager. Long story short, they about 7%.
Okay.
I'm like, man, this beer's tasting good. We go out and we see the show called Nightmare Fuel that is in where the same venue where Bill and Ted took place.
Oh, yeah.
It's their massive show. Amazing. Phenomenal. Gotta celebrate that. Let's get another drink. Get another drink. Get a cool themed drink. I'm having like this cool, it's like an old fashioned with Jack Daniels.
Okay, so that's a perfect idea to top up some tequila.
Yeah.
And beer.
And then I'm like,
now whiskey.
Man, now I'm kind of in that mood, in that mode.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's Moe's. Let's get a Duff. I haven't had a Duff in forever. What's that? They have a new Duff called Dufftober. Woo, we got to try that, Jim.
So 3 tequila shots, a Jack Daniels drink, and now you're moving to beer.
No. You've already forgot he had a beer. He had the Rogue, which was the 7% beer. That bridged the tequila and the whiskey.
And Rogue Ale already is a hot beer going in.
Yeah.
It's got it's hot. There's something weird about it.
It hits.
That's
the weird part. It slaps. It will slap you in the face.
It will slap.
Change your name. Going into my first sip, I was like, my name's Ross. I finished the beer and I was like, I guess my name's David now or something. Like, I was a different person. I became a Bradley. I go ahead, drink some more Duffs. Another Duff. Now I'm just going through the houses. I go to the pumpkin house. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm loving life, but the wheels have officially fallen apart because I can genuinely say I have not been that drunk since high school.
Damn, really, dude?
I
mean, that's a lot, but I mean, in what period of time was this? This is like an hour and a half you pounded all this within that period of time?
No, I wouldn't say that. I honestly don't even remember how much I drank. I haven't even looked at my bank account one of those nights, you know what I'm saying?
Well, then you can't say to me, well, you can't say that.
Well, I just...
if you don't even know what it is, I can say whatever I want.
I just forgot how many Duffs I've had at that point.
But what we know is you got there with 3 tequila shots. You already had a Rogue Ale and a Jack Daniels drink. Now you're drinking Duff's beer. I mean, was it an hour after you got there? Was it an hour and a half?
I would say like maybe 2.
Okay,
hour and a half.
That's still a lot of drinks for a guy your size in 2 hours.
And no food.
No food. That's where that's where I fell apart.
So where's this leading, man? What
is this leading to? I go ahead, I go through the houses, I have so much fun. I'm walking like I'm a spy throughout the houses. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm walking like a...
Tiptoeing?
Yeah, I'm tiptoeing through the houses.
Cat burglar?
Like, oh man, I hope they don't see me. But that's the whole point kind of thing. I don't even know what I was thinking. But I'm having so much fun, and it is genuinely one of the best date nights you can have as a Central Floridian. Get home, immediately pass out, wake up. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I'm not doing good.
Oh.
I have never had a hangover like this before. To the point where I was 30 minutes late to work, and I'm proud of myself.
For just making it in general?
Jim, I took 3 naps before 1 o'clock. I took 2 showers before 1 o'clock.
Man.
And these aren't like wash, gotta wash my body showers. These
They're
were
just standing under cold water trying to come back to life.
I'm going fetal position, and I'm a tall, gangly guy, and I'm in a bathtub, so I look like I'm like... It looks like I'm hooked up to the machines in the Matrix and like one of those pods.
This
like
guy
you're
is before they spit you out.
Yeah, I'm in like the goop in the Matrix, man. I'm in the Matrix goop.
You're a precog in a B sequel.
I'm not
to
doing
Minority
good.
Report.
I'm not doing good. I know I'm not doing good because my dog walks up to me and is like, "Oh, he needs me right now." Like,
dogs can sense that.
They can.
So, what was did your fiance have a good time, or was she getting annoyed by? Well, you're so drunk. Was she cool with all this?
Yeah, no, she actually. Man, she's not gonna like this what I'm about to say, but she's really happy because I got drunk, and she is usually the one getting drunk. So now she's like guilt free for like the next couple of months.
Oh, I gotcha. So you guys are even now.
Yeah, now we're even.
You're even with nursing each other back to life after hammering drinks all night.
Yeah, like when I stopped smoking weed, she looked at me and went, "Great, now I'm the monster." You know, like. So she's really happy, and she has 2 White Claws over a span of like 4 or 5 hours.
She's solid.
She's solid. She's been drinking water. She got food, and I was like, no. You know, I was not.
She's just laughing at you. She doesn't even care about the park now. She's just laughing at your dumb ass. Tiptoeing through haunted houses.
And people, by the way, I ran into some listeners last night. Of course I did.
That had to be positive.
Of course I did. And I hugged some peeps. You know, like I was, man. That was the worst hangover. This is how bad it was. I'm in my room, and I am wearing a robe.
Yeah, that's bad.
I don't wear robes very often, but this is a must if you're that hungover of just like, no, I need no clothes and just a robe. And the only reason...
You need to be able to get naked at any given moment.
At any given moment. I'm going from sweating to being like, oh, I don't know, man. I got the fan. I moved my fan next to the bed.
Right, you're laying on any cold surface you can find.
Oh, like a dog. I'm kicking it with my dog on the kitchen tile. I finally go ahead and I start yelling out to my roommate. And he's at work.
This is my favorite.
He works at home. And I'm like, Christoph. Christoph. Christoph, please. And he can't hear me.
He thinks he's in a haunted house.
So, yeah.
Oh, wait.
He's hearing some drunk ghost yell his name out.
So guess what you have to do when you're that hungover and you're afraid of making loud noises?
You text him.
I called him. I called the guy 20 feet away from me in my own home, and he picked up the phone and he was like, I'm still in the home, man. What are you? I was like, I've been calling for you.
Have you been abducted? Is that what he asked you? Have you been abducted?
I'm matrix gooping. I need you, man. What? He goes, what do you need? I was like, I need to Uber eat something. I need what's the fuzz plop plop water? What's the plop plop fuzzy plop?
Alka-Seltzer.
I need the Alka-Seltzer. Where's the Alka-Seltzers, Ross? I don't know, man. I don't know. You know when you're hungover and everything is, you're just irritated.
Annoying as hell, right? You're just mad you're mad because life is happening.
Yeah, he goes ahead and says, "Where are the Alka-Seltzers?" And that pissed me off.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Where's the Alka-Seltzers? All I'm saying is, worst hangover I've had, and I am proud to be here.
Welcome to your 30s.
Yeah, man. 30s hangovers are way different.
Wait till your 40s, and I heard even your 50s.
Oh,
wait till you can't pee.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this. Don't go anywhere. Now.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mikey, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, the lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry.
Crash now reported along Pine Hills at Old Winter Garden Road, and authorities are on scene of a vehicle fire along Edgewater Drive at Forest City Road. Eastbound traffic along the 408 still slow from I-4 into Bumby Avenue with an earlier accident that is clearing. Northbound traffic along 429 slowing down from the Turnpike into Plant Street with a wreck that's now off to the side. And eastbound I-4 very slow from John Young Parkway into Lee Road. Westbound I-4 is slow from Lee Road through downtown into the 408. From the traffic center, I'm Courtney Bright.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for your back-to-school list. Staples one-subject notebooks are only 25 cents each, and Crayola 24-count crayons, 2-pocket poly folders, and 4-ounce Elmer's glue are just 50 cents each. Offer ends 9/18. Notebooks in-store only. Limit 30. Prices may vary online.
You know, one of the great things about dealing with Rebath is you're dealing with a national company with a set of standards, policies, and procedures to make sure your job is professionally done on time, every time. That's right. That's why they do it. And you know what? It's not a chuck in the truck company here today, gone tomorrow with issues. They control the entire job, the design, the products, the installation, and they do it with their own employees, no subcontractors. You know, a number of their employees have been there 8 to 10 years. And really to understand what they're all about, you got to see the showroom. It's 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. When you go in, you're going to see some beautiful products, natural stone, marble, travertine, cut perfectly to fit, no grout lines. And this is all they do. Their entire focus is just simply bathrooms. They want you to get the bathroom of your dreams so you can enjoy the holidays like everybody else. Stop leaving and going to somebody else's house. And it's easy. Like I said, drop by the showroom, look at those products, and know that they do everything. But really, hop online, rebathmidfla.com. Look at those before and afters, man. You can actually see the action right there, and then you can book your appointment for your dream bathroom. Again, it can happen easily. Just go to rebathmidfla.com.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Win your way to our 2021 iHeartRadio Music Festival, September 17th and 18th.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Coming live to iHeartRadio stations across America and streaming free on the CW app and CWTV.com. You'll see Billie Eilish, Cheap Trick, Coldplay, Dua Lipa, Phineas, Florida Georgia Line, J. Cole, Journey, Khalid, Lil Baby, Maroon 5, Nelly, Sam Hunt, Weezer, and more. Listen every weekday to win your way there.
Overcoming chronic pain takes chronic strength. That's why, in honor of Pain Awareness Month, the Arthritis Foundation has partnered with iHeartRadio to recognize the chronic strength champions who fight chronic pain every day and to celebrate their small wins by giving away one big trip. Enter to win a 7-night, all-expenses-paid wellness retreat for 2 at Hilton Head Health in South Carolina, valued at $10,000. The winner will enjoy gourmet cuisine, exercise classes in a beautiful island setting, and much more. The Arthritis Foundation is boldly pursuing a cure for America's #1 cause of disability, while championing the fight to conquer arthritis with life-changing science, resources, advocacy, and community connections. So say yes to starting your wellness journey. Enter to win this once-in-a-lifetime trip at championsweepstakes.com and explore the Arthritis Foundation's tools and resources to help develop your chronic strength. That's championsweepstakes.com. Again, championsweepstakes.com.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G. Metro doesn't. Introducing the big 5G upgrade from Metro by T-Mobile. Just $25 a month gets you unlimited 5G and a free 5G smartphone. That's half the price of Boost and Cricket's top plans. So ditch your overpriced connections and switch to Metro, the leader in prepaid. Experience 5G speed at no extra cost and step up big time with the big 5G upgrade. Get 1 line of unlimited 5G smartphone data plus a free Samsung Galaxy 5G when you trade in. All with the power of the T-Mobile 5G network. Rule your day with 5G, only at Metro. Limited time in-store only. If congested data users greater than 35 gigabytes per month notice lower speeds, and Metro customers notice lower speeds versus T-Mobile due to deprioritization. Leader based on prepaid subs June 2021. Save half based on 1 line Boost and Cricket unlimited plan. See store for details.
Join Mickey, Elsa, Woody, and more at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Coming to Amway Center September 3rd through 5th. On sale now. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
It was a long, hot summer. Time to give your car a cool, refreshing oil change. Get started at Advance Auto Parts with an oil change bundle. 5 quarts of Mobil 1, Valvoline, Castrol, or Pennzoil Full Synthetic Oil, and a qualifying premium oil filter for just $37.99. And when you choose a select Valvoline bundle, you'll also get a bottle of Purple Power Extreme free. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
See dealer for details. It's the no-pay Labor Day event at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Now through Monday. Shop our entire new and used vehicle inventory and pay no money down. No payments for 90 days and no interest financing. Plus, record high trade-in value for your vehicle. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com.
When life-changing events happen, it's important to have somebody there to take the burden off of your shoulders. At those moments, Kramer Law is there for you. If you were involved in a divorce or you're having a dispute with your ex, Kramer Law will be there to take care of you every step of the way. Life-changing events happen. Having a lawyer on your side is the smart move. No matter what the legal issue, we're here for you. Kramer Law, one firm for life.com. Offices Altamont Springs.
New Tijuana wings at Tijuana Flats. Juicy jumbo wings tossed in our iconic sauces like habanero, agave glaze, chipotle barbecue, or limited time garlic parmesan. Delicious. Order now at TijuanaFlats.com.
The free iHeart app is ready for back to school. Bring your favorite station as your study partner. Share the songs you love with your closest friends and impress your teachers with your expert knowledge from podcasts like Stuff You Should Know. Plus, when you need a playlist to focus, just create your own for free. We make it super easy. Start with one song and we'll fill in the rest. Whether you love school or don't, we got you covered. Bring the free iHeart app everywhere. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
iHeartRadio.
Trust the leaders. FAS Windows and Doors. Go to FASWD.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041 to call us. Text us at 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Never got really hungover that bad with liquor or beer. Wine is the one that It's just wine and champagne, I contend, are the worst possible hangovers you can have. Wine and champagne. Red wine specifically and champagne will split your head in half.
And I was talking to Deb, and we kind of talked about it a little bit on this last segment, but like she goes, well, get ready for your 40s and you get a hangover because they last till Sunday.
Oh, yeah. If you go out and tie one on a Friday night, it will be late in the day on Sunday before you'll start to feel human again, which is why the older you get, you're just like, man, it's just not worth it.
The most pain I've ever experienced without an injury is a hangover. Go ahead, Jack.
Yeah, it's getting older. It's your recovery for everything, whether it's exercising, you injure yourself. It just takes so much longer to get back to normal.
It is amazing, though.
Welcome aboard, Ross.
Welcome, Ross.
That water injection, that cup of water after every drink, or if you can, some people say a glass, it doesn't really even take that, really. It just takes a couple really good swallows, maybe a good solid cup of water between each drink is a gigantic difference at the end of the night if you're out there to have a real good time, for sure. All right, 407-916-1041. We have a bit of a problem to figure out, nothing crazy, and I want to kind of talk about something Ross just said there a second ago during his Ross thoughts he probably didn't even mention. I read a story about it, something connected to that today. Jack, first things first, buddy, I missed some days, or actually we missed some days. Took a few days off, I think 2, where we did not choose people to be in the Summer of Stuff. So theoretically, we are missing some contestants for the Summer of Stuff.
Yeah, 6 people. We estimated how many people would be registered for this, and because we had a couple days off that were unplanned, so that's 6 people who did not register. So we're a little light there, and we have some room to add some people.
So I think, we've concentrated on Instagram for the last contest, and, we've done some Facebook stuff and, of course, some other things as well. But, I would like to, our Twitter account's not quite to 5,000. I think we're only like 40 or 50 short to get to 5,000.
Yep.
Do you think we could do something with Twitter to get some people in there?
I think, yes. And I think what we can do is... follow us on Twitter at Jim Colbert Show, and then on Friday we can select 6 names from our followers.
Okay, good.
From our followers. So get on board there, and it's your chance. Just follow us on Twitter, and we will go through our followers and randomly select 6 people to add to the list.
Because I was going to say, that was going to be the next question, I would imagine, coming on the texting service. Is it going to be 6 new followers?
No, it's going to be randomly from all of the followers.
Okay.
And Ross will be selecting those, so you can blame him if you don't get picked for that.
There you go.
My favorite tennis match so far.
I think
this passive-aggressive Open that you guys are playing right now is the greatest. Way better than
the PA Open.
The PA Open is it's the greatest ever. Yeah.
Screw the U.S. Open. We
Jack
got the
just cuts
PA Open.
Jack rips a giant backhand right down the line. Let's see what Ross is going to
do. So this is what I will do.
Ross isn't going to do anything.
Is because you have to understand, because now it's my responsibility, but who gave me that responsibility?
Ooh, are you giving a little of that PA back?
Oh, my God. I think the German soldiers tried that. Let's see how it goes. I think they were all shot or hung. Hey, 407-916-1041. And what I was talking about a second ago that you mentioned, and you were making fun of it with your roommate, but it actually, I came across a story I saw today. It was kind of interesting. I bet Deb would certainly appreciate this because I know that my wife is very good at this. You made a joke about texting your roommate in the next room.
I called him.
But you wound up calling him. But we're like, yeah, text him, right? I saw a story today that was a really interesting study on how people solve relationship issues. And one of the most intriguing insights was this woman who had written an essay or a piece on it. I forget how it came about. And it was just an online thing, that when she and her husband are having issues that have become particularly sensitive, right? And it doesn't even have to be about sex or anything like that. It could just be about family. Like, a family member that doesn't get along with another family member and it's causing a big strife, but yet, one person feels they have to defend their family member and the other one does the same thing, and it just can't hit any point. That what they will do is they will cognitively get up and leave and go to separate rooms. They will shut the door, and then they'll start texting each other. Because when you write stuff, it takes the urgency and the voice inflection out of it. So instead of going, I don't know what you're talking about, and you just say, I'm not sure what you're saying, It has a much different way of creating an environment that can solve problems more successfully. Deb, I see you making a cross face.
Only because, sometimes texts like emails can be difficult to pick up the nuances.
Right.
Of what it is that you're trying to say. And for me personally, that would take too long.
It would be for you. So, but one of the arguments was this. Because different people react to each other's physical being differently. In other words, let's say Jack and his wife, NaomiBradshaw.com, are sitting in a room.
Nice lady.
And Jack has a normal kind of body language, right? And then so does Naomi. And if you're talking about something sensitive that can get heated,
that changes everything.
The body language is going to say something that maybe the words aren't saying. So what they also say is you take body language and that implied knowledge of each other and how your mannerisms are, how your facial mannerisms are, how you may shift your weight or your way you sit. After years together, you pick up on those things. And separating and going to a different room and then just texting takes all of that out of play.
Are you allowed to use the eye roll emoji?
I don't think it's not an emoji thing. I mean,
okay.
But I've also heard that
you're not trying to get a hot Instagram post, Jack.
This is why couple, therapists or whatever will talk about going on a long drive is a lot of times the best place to do this, because sometimes the tendency for women is to want to sit and look at you when we're talking about these sensitive topics. And what I've read is that, a lot of times guys they're not comfortable with that. Riding together where you're both looking straight ahead, there's no eye rolls, there's no shifting of the weight necessarily because someone is driving. And that also, it can be very conducive to having a more, better
open
conversation.
We've had those, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, Jack?
Yeah, I think where the texting thing actually comes into play as an advantage is sometimes when an argument gets emotional, you're interrupting, so you're interrupting thoughts. So someone might not be able to finish their thought. And so with texting, it's like, everyone has that chance to express themselves without feeling they were cut off, derailed, or lost their train of thought.
That was a gigantic point she also made.
Yeah.
That the continuity of the relationship is considerably better if you're writing the words, because the other person has to wait, then read, then think, then deliver, rather than interrupt and try to win an argument that you're trying to win, rather than just make your point so that everybody understands where they are. It turns into a melee. And that body language thing also can be, Deborah, you talk about sitting in a car, but, some people's body language can be intimidating. I don't know anybody like that, but I've heard that they're out there, right? and that would shutter the conversation. So if you're automatically already defensive going into a conversation because you think somebody's going to get mad or something like that, you won't really be yourself or share what you actually feel.
I just think that more often than not, people don't give enough credence to the power of being a good listener. So often, especially when we're having those sensitive conversations or fights, what you're doing is already formulating what you're going to say in your head. You're not really listening to what the other side is saying. You just need to get that point in your head. You just need to get that point out.
One of the main, if you read any books about people who've been very successful and some of the traits that they've used to do so, Deb, you just nailed one of the top 10. You have to listen and then react. You have to listen. You got to listen and then process and then make a move. You can't make those jerky ass moves in life.
You guys give me so much credit for having, a memory, and really, I'll remember, some things, but really all it is that I just listen.
What'd she say?
I don't know, Deb. I saw her mouth moving.
Yeah, that happens so often.
I ruined it up.
I'm used to that, guys. You got to find a new thing, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We can't do the ignore game with you anymore. It doesn't work.
No, it's kind of used to it.
But the reason I thought it was interesting because I think you're actually a very good conversationalist. And matter of fact, I think that you have a really unique ability to talk about very sensitive subjects in in a very sympathetic manner, in the sense that there's no urgency there. These are just the thoughts, and I think you're very good at that. That's the reason I was interested in your take here, because you've been in a long-term relationship as well, actually 2 of them.
Yeah,
and you're also
married
we're not
and divorced.
We're not young either, so
No.
you communicate differently at 30 than you do at 52. Actually, Ross, I was going to ask, would you have ever used or employed something like this at your age in a relationship?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all.
I
Not your thing?
I do think though I kind of stick out from a lot of people my age, because a lot of people my age like texting. I have never liked texting.
That's why you're an old soul from World War II.
That's right. You're right. You like to call.
I enjoy tone. I enjoy cadence. You're talking about body language. I don't ignore body language.
You can't. It's half
Yeah.
the conversation.
Well-
What is it they say? 98% of our communication is nonverbal.
And you're a comic, for Christ's sake. So, I mean, you're delivering half of your jokes with your body anyway, and you're a very physical guy to begin with.
So, why? Thank you. But
Not like that, dummy.
Okay, I'm just saying. I don't like texting. There's something about it. I feel like it
Impersonal.
misses. I get where this article is coming from, but I also think, and there's probably some truth to that, where, especially to Jack's point of going, you can't interrupt.
Yeah.
Emotions can't outweigh, win the conversation. And I think we've all been in a conversation before in our lives where volumes start getting a little raised.
Yep.
That just simply does not exist in texting. My favorite thing, and I'll open up, one of my favorite aspects about the relationship that I am in is that if she sees something that's rubbed the wrong way, and she'll pick up on it like, oh, he didn't like that, she looks at me and goes, sit down, we're talking about it.
Well,
That is awesome.
I have to
That is
give
awesome.
you credit as well. You're another guy. As young as you are, you do not shy away from difficult conversations.
There you
and
go.
I have had some very difficult conversations in our short relationship.
Except if it's a bad chicken sandwich, Jim.
Yeah.
Then he's just going to
He'll
tip you
shy the F
30%.
away from that one.
Yeah. He'll ask you about tough life situations, but he won't ask Chick-fil-A for another sandwich.
Yeah,
Exactly.
listen.
Here's your 30% tip, sir.
If they're a worker,
What a
if they're on the clock, I just cannot. It's my problem.
Get out of here.
But I give kudos to you and your fiance, because I think that's what's going to set you guys up for a lifetime of a successful marriage, is the fact that you don't let that crap fester.
You and boy, man, is that is
Oh,
like,
it
and I
turns
am.
into a
Listen,
disease.
and Jack will tell you, I am really bad about this. I'm bad about holding something back and expecting the person to fix it themselves, and then when they don't, I get even more angry.
Oh,
and,
you don't do that, do you really?
Yeah, I did it for you mother. You son of a.
No, because I used to do that too. Okay.
You should have let it be a joke.
No, because I used to go sleep on the couch and assume that he was going to wake up and he's going to see that I'm not there. And then that's going to make him wonder why I'm not there.
Yep.
And then he's going to know that I'm angry. And then he's going to come into the living room and ask why I'm angry.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to talk it out. And then I'm going to go back to bed. And this is all going to be over
Right.
with. The
Yeah,
only
no.
problem is he had no idea I was angry.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. I mean, yeah.
And then
That's the problem.
And then I'm angry that he didn't know that I wasn't even in the bed. So now
Right,
it ends up this whole thing that could have just started with my going, yo, that was a really dick thing to do. Or,
Listen, my wife doesn't have a problem with that.
Yeah. We've seen it.
We've
seen it.
I got a collection of those texts.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
that's pretty stupid. Then I was like, you know what? In reflection, you're right. It was completely and utterly dumb.
And while I'm on it, stop messing with my laundry.
I got two friends that
I
are.
like confrontation as long as I'm the confronting one.
That's funny how that usually works, right?
Right, yeah.
I got two friends that are unfortunately, and they're close to my age by a year, some 1 month. They are going through a divorce. Both of them are going through divorces. And when I asked them, I was like, yo, I'm getting married next year. You got any advice for your boy over here?
Never ask someone going through a divorce what their advice is.
But I was surprised, and this is exactly what Olivia does. Let me finish my statement there. But they gave me the same exact answer, which was, as soon as something is a problem, talk about it right then and there, because that's the smallest the problem is going to feel.
Yes.
It's only going to get worse.
It does. There's avoiding it only buys you time, but it also allows the problem to solidify and then become a real problem. If you just deal with it, in the beginning, as uncomfortable as it is, rip that Band-Aid off, sit down and talk it out. It will add years to your relationship.
And then women, I don't know if you guys know this.
Oh.
Deb, you may have heard this about women. But women
Careful,
remember.
she's right out the door.
Women remember stuff. So that means when you're not honest or you hide something like that, they go back and they go back in that Rolodex and go, wait a minute, you were lying this whole time?
Yeah, exactly.
Or wait a minute,
this?
you weren't being honest. So the last 18 months you've been holding this and not saying anything?
Yeah, they got receipts, just mental receipts.
They do.
Yeah, but again, for women who, you can't bring up something from a past argument into today's argument. If it has nothing to do with today's argument, you can't say, well, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't like text messages.
Yeah. She can scroll back and just resend.
Because you said this.
She kept the receipt. I like how sad. Oh, really? Well, funny you should mention that, like Columbo.
But
just one more thing.
And those moments when, and it hasn't happened too many times, but enough times that I'm like, you know what, this is working, and this is one reason why. But oh man, I'm such a little boy whenever she goes, nope, sit down, we're talking about it. I get all frumpy. It's all right.
like you just got told you couldn't spend the night with your friend.
Okay.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call, guys. Let's get some funny going and get the hell out of Dodge. Turning over to Tom and Dan. We'll do that right after this.
Make us think or make it funny. Just make it good. Get on board now for last call. 407-916-1041. Brought to you by Heineken.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And we've got a little frontal boundary stalled over the region. Not much cooler or drier behind that front, but it's all thanks to moisture from a departing once Hurricane Ida, now a post-tropical system heading for the northeast. That's going to translate to another day of rain tomorrow after this evening's scattered showers dissipate late. The low tonight, 74. High tomorrow, 85 with a 60% chance for rain. This weekend, though, drying out over the Labor Day weekend. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Hitting speed bumps in your hiring process? Streamline your route to hired with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates, all in the same place. Find your next great hired and visit Indeed.com/credit.
Look, man, everybody knows Tools Ace Hardware is your home for cooking outdoor with an array of wonderful grills and, of course, all fuels represented. Not to mention, you can get those great smoking woods, those wonderful marinades and rubs, plus the accessories to make everything awesome as well. And Tools is always doing it right. Get a free folding front shelf right now when you buy a Traeger Pro or Ironwood Series grill at Tools Ace Hardware now through September 13th. Plus, get free assembly and delivery on any grill and accessory totaling $3.99 and up. It's Traeger Grill. One of their convenient locations has the one of your dreams. They're awesome control on temperature, and you can make some amazing stuff. Find yours online right now at acehardware.com.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed senses and automatically adjusts to keep you both effortlessly comfortable. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our Labor Day weekend special where all smart beds are on sale. Save 50% on the new Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery. Ends Labor Day.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years.
He was in big trouble.
We're going to take your house, garnish your pay.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm, and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau.
I don't owe the IRS anymore. It was because of Optima Tax.
Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Donating plasma is an important thing to do.
But why?
Well, because it helps make life-changing medicines that treat people with rare diseases.
But why?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
But why?
You sound like Grandma.
But why?
Ah, you tell me, buddy. BioLife Plasma Services needs life-saving plasma, which is why new donors could earn up to $1,200 in the first month. So go ahead and take a break from all the questions and change some lives while you're at it. BioLife. There's purpose in your plasma. Visit biolifeplasma.com to learn more.
When you owe the IRS or state sales tax and can't pay, call J. David Tax Law for effective tax help. J. David Tax Law can stop IRS or state collection actions and protect you from financial ruin. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Get ready. Saving starts with Xfinity. Because when you get Xfinity Internet and mobile together, you can save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Enjoy fast, reliable internet at home and nationwide 5G on the go, included at no extra cost. That means you can connect to everything you love, whether you're a next-level gaming aficionado, an online shopping mastermind, or crushing that research project. So go ahead, stream on all your devices or video chat from anywhere and save hundreds while doing it, because saving starts with Xfinity. Get Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. Plus, add Xfinity Mobile and ask how to get an eligible 5G phone on us. And for a limited time, $300 back. Don't miss out. Go to Xfinity.com/start saving. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Internet offer ends 9/7/21 and requires paperless billing and autopay. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Savings based on optimized pricing. Actual savings may vary.
There's more to Isaac Newton than apples and gravity. On the podcast Newton's Law, you'll hear a different side of the father of physics, who later became England's most ruthless lawman.
So who was this ruthless detective? This hard-bitten crook catcher, totally unmoved by the pleas of a desperate man? It was Isaac Newton. Yes, that Isaac Newton.
Listen to Newton's Law on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to power, trust the source. SolarSource.com.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Let's get some lines going there. I think we have 3 or 4 open. 407-916-1041. Load them up for last call. We're getting people registered for the Summer of Stuff. That ends in 2 days. Then we pick those winners next Tuesday. By the way, we just mentioned today, if you go and like our Twitter account, we're going to choose 6 players from Twitter as well to make up for the 2 days that we missed when we were off a couple weeks ago. So again, just go to Twitter, give us a like there, and you can be in the Summer of Stuff as well. Right now, we do need phone calls. We need 4. We have 4 lines open. 407-916-1041. We'll do last call in just a few minutes. It's the great Roxy music.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Ferry?
Yep. I was just listening to Love is the Drug last night.
Yeah. It's a good album, man. I get into those weird things where I go back to those early 80s, those bands like that, and just kind of tool it away. This is good stuff, man.
Yeah, very.
Yeah. It's Bunny and the Echo Men, or is it Echo Men? Was it Echo and the Bunnymen?
Correct, sir. Lips Like Sugar.
Yeah.
They also do a cool version of People Are Strange from the Lost Boys soundtrack.
Yeah, they do a number of some really cool tunes.
Hey, Jim,
Right,
you mentioned Twitter, and it's at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Follow us there. Friday, 6 people will be selected to join our Summer of Stuff registrants. However, today we pose the question, will you be drinking or eating a pumpkin spice flavored anything this fall? Where do you think the votes? We had a pretty strong showing in votes for this.
Oh, yeah, but I bet 70% of people are looking forward to something with pumpkin spice this fall.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot lower than that. 44%.
Are you serious?
Or yes, and 56% say nah, dog.
Wow, that's kind of shocking, man. I thought that was like a big, super popular thing across the board.
Well, it's popular enough that so many more things every year seem to fall into that.
Yeah, like honey baked ham.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Terrible.
Yeah.
No, it's for real. It's like this crusty, sweet crust that's on this turkey breast.
Yeah, but I mean, the turkey
so what
breast.
is it just cinnamon?
It's
pumpkin
got, like,
spice. What is it?
It's pumpkin spice, like allspice, and then there's
Cloves.
cinnamon, clove, and it's
Cinnamon,
like a
sugar,
like a brown sugar
Yeah.
crust that you would have
See-
over. Keeps the meat juicy, I guess.
Yeah, well, just like, or pumpkin spice anything in the coffee. So it's cinnamon. I'm a fan of cinnamon. I don't know the idea of this pumpkin spice.
But
what's
it's honestly
really turning me off to it?
It's the same, really. To be honest with you, it's the same exact spices you use in like sweet potato pie or candied yams.
Yeah.
It's they call it, really. To be honest with you, it's called holiday spices.
Holiday
it's
spices.
cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves. Brown sugar.
Which is why I think it's so crazy that story we did yesterday about Miami being number 2 in the country for their obsession with pumpkin spice lattes.
They're finding themselves. It's fine.
And then now, like Deb said, and I've read this a couple months ago as well, that apple crisp thing now is going to, and they've tried to do this before. If you'll remember, they try to push through another flavor so that, they can try to catch an edge. They've done it with a number of things.
Cranberry.
Cranberry was a big one. And there was another one. They tried pear, if I remember one year. They had a pear kind of flavor that did not go well either. Pumpkin is just pretty much the standard. Fall is here. You put the pumpkins out. It's fall, y'all. You do all the cute stuff in your house. You put up all the stuff you get from those home goods stores.
Oh, I can't wait to trick my house out for Halloween.
Actually, you know what? I got to dig all that stuff out as well because towards the middle of this month, we'll start dressing the house for fall before Christmas gets here and we do our decorations. Probably going to do Christmas decorations even before Thanksgiving this year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Does that include inflatables?
And no inflatables. Get out of here. And the other thing too, it's weird is I don't know that we're going to have like a big visiting Christmas this year. I think everybody is like just kind of doing their own thing this year. Maybe I don't know.
Really?
We can come. We can come over.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was not talking about us. Of course, we're automatically included.
I think we're just gonna. I don't know what we're doing really. I mean, I think this year is kind of an open year. We're just gonna do whatever. Maybe go on a cruise or something. Who knows? Take a trip.
A little Christmas cruise.
Believe it or not, those are very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas and Thanksgiving to do cruises like that is very popular.
When I did shows down in Key West, I was like, God, Christmas in Key West would be so cool to me. I don't know why.
You drank.
Yeah, we just went over that. What were you about to say, Jack?
Yeah, I'd join you for a Christmas cruise. You got room for one more?
No. We're good.
Oh, all right.
Just got the two of us. We're fine. All right, 407-916-1041.
No
Deb,
love
who do we have to thank today?
Those rooms are small anyway.
Yeah, they have to pass out like Michael Jackson on the floor.
We want to thank Dino Ferry, CEO of the Central Florida Zoo, for being our Animal House guest today. The Animal House podcast has already been posted. Also want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell. And last but never least, Code Black IT for supplying our summer of stuff.
That's right. Thanks, Code Black IT, right there in Winter Park. Anything to do with your IT, that man can help you out for sure. Do we have Instagram winners?
We are going to go with who other than Jeffrey Norwood.
Jeffrey Norwood. Sounds like a partner in a firm.
Oh, right.
He's a bartender.
He's a bartender. Very good. How many lines do we have open? Guys, we're good on calls?
We are great on calls.
Good on calls. All right, very good. Ross, I know you have stand-up coming up.
I do. In fact, I'm going to be at the Orlando Improv this Sunday. I'm doing just about 20, 25 minutes there. But if you are out in DeBary on the 9th, which is next Thursday, right?
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to be at the Wise Guys Lounge.
Wise Guys.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey.
You.
Out there with Napolitano.
Over here.
With who other than a absolute Central Florida comedian legend with Dean Napolitano. It's over in DeBary. Wise Guys Lounge. Shows at 8.
Very good.
See me there.
Dean
Also,
Napolitano. Such an Irish name.
Visit our website, JimColbertLive.com. All the podcasts are there as well. Let's do some last call, guys. Who's up first?
Let's welcome Party Dad on line 1.
Party Dad. How's it going, buddy? Welcome to the show. Last call.
I'm your illegitimate stepdad, and I'm sorry I haven't contacted you for a while. You know why I was in prison?
Why?
I robbed a Waffle House in my pajamas and flip-flops.
All right, there you go, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Who's next, guys?
That sounded like a triple Ryan Holmes
It really
to me.
did.
Let's welcome Party Mom on line 5.
Party Mom, last call.
Ross called me up just the other day from Universal Horror Nights. That's his usual way. He said I needed some weed. I said not today, but I continued to say, smoke weed every day.
Thanks, Party Mom. Appreciate that. Who's next, guys?
Let's welcome Ed on line 2.
Ed.
Jim,
call.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim.
Yeah.
What do you call a disappearing penis?
I don't know. What do you call a disappearing penis?
Magic Johnson.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Let's welcome on line 3.
I think it's a later.
Mr. Trevor.
Trevor. Last call, Trevor.
Can you beat the Johnson?
Hey, Jim. Hey, I'm making a turkey sandwich with lettuce and mayonnaise and mustard. Now, do you dress the bread or do you dress the actual condiments? Like, do I separate the mayonnaise and the mustard, or how would you do it?
Yeah, mustard on one side, mayo on the other. Do not blend them.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
All right, good. Glad we can help, dude. Yeah, there you
All
go.
right. Last one. Here we go.
Let's welcome line 4, Larry.
Larry, last call.
Hey, I just want to let, there's like a ton of police down here at the Long John Silver's, and from what I hear, a fish got battered.
All right, you're the winner, buddy. Just stay where you are right there. Just, came in there hot at the very last minute with a Long John Silver joke. How do you lose with that? You cannot. There he is, your winner. God almighty, that's great. That is Dad Legend. That's Dad Legend. That's epitaph. That's epitaph worthy. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Tomorrow we have Brendan O'Connor, of course, Colbert Court, and of course, your calls and texts all day long. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Last. We will see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have a wonderful evening.
Bye.